we are back.
Well.
After
We are back.
a while.
Like,
It's been a few weeks, hasn't it?
for yeah, it has been. It has been ish. I don't know.
But yeah. So to all of you so we actually said in the last couple of videos of the Tortured Poets Department, because we've done all 31 songs. Everything is on our channel. Go check out the playlist if you haven't already. But the reason we actually said in the last few that we were going to have the tier list out in a few days after the album was finished, and realistically we should have looked at that more and gone like, no, that's not going to fucking happen, because at the end of the day, it was all well and good with like Speak Now in 1989 because they were a little bit shorter. We were picking the versions we wanted to listen to, so realistically,
it was also
like 20 songs to think about.
Mostly, yes, we had to think about them, but also like most of the conversation really wasn't like, is this version better? It was like it also still is like two versions of the exact. Well, we did the original. Yeah, every song we did the original.
Yeah, we compared the original and the
yeah. So one, it was. Yeah, so that's probably most of it. But yeah, continue. Sorry.
But at the end of the day, I think that with 31 songs, and especially given that like the anthology is basically 15 bonus tracks, it's not like it's 31 songs that form a cohesive album. It's like there's 16 songs that form a cohesive album, and then 15 bonus tracks tacked on the end. And that makes it a lot harder to rank, a lot harder to like listen through in full. Yeah. And given it's over 2 hours as a full listen,
have yet
it's
to
rough
go back
to
to
rank.
it. I've only gone back to it once. A few songs multiple times. It depends. A few of them I've heard multiple times since. It's random. If I'm being honest, this probably Dylan might agree. I don't think this is going to be like. This is not going to be final. Like, this is far from final. This is going to be pretty much just what we're running with right now. I think in due time it could very much change. Some positionings. But
that's the same with every album. Every album's going to
but specifically this one. Specifically this one being 30-some-odd songs. Like, it could probably change a lot in certain areas up and down. It could probably maneuver a little bit. But this is what I got right now. Or at least for me, that's the case. So I just pretty much did the best I can with the time I had. Went back over them, tried to place them. Dylan was here. Dylan was kind of doing a similar thing. I kind of just listened to it. I was like, okay, wait, can I listen to part of this one? Okay, no, it's not better than that one. And then I'd be like, okay, was this one better? I'm like, no, that one needs to drop 5 spots, be below that one. And then I did that to try to shape it the best I possibly could. There's still a few little areas where it's like debatable, but I tried to group them differently, so it's kind of easier.
So for those of you who were here for 1989 and Speak Now, what we've done differently with those two, we literally just went in blind. We knew the songs, we've been listening to them, we went in blind. For this one, and we also did a Guts one, which either will be out or was just put out. I don't know. Either way, we recorded that just before we went back through and recorded this one. But for that one and this one, what we've decided to do differently is me and Zach have actually, on our own terms, gone off and made our own rankings from best to worst on the album without telling each other anything. Like, we know nothing about each other's song placements, where any song is ranked.
We've forgotten most of our initial opinions on songs when we recorded them, basically. So. Yeah.
We've gone.
I'm putting all the numbers next to them, so I'm just now seeing how far some of these songs are actually down the list. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but at the end of the day,
a lot of fucking songs.
We are not blind. So we're not going in blind. We both have opinions on every song here now, or at least enough of one. We have them ranked. But we're completely blind to each other, meaning that where they rank or whatever is going to be more so based on finding middle grounds between our opinions, because we may have songs in completely different tiers, and for those we've got to try and find a middle ground and craft the best tier list that represents both our opinions as we possibly can. I think, is that all we need for an intro? I think welcome back to any Taylor fans. And I don't know who's going to watch through this, or if anyone's going to watch through in full, or if you're just going to see what our opinions are on the songs at the end or whatever. Whatever you want to do, feel free.
Appreciate you being here.
But thank you for being here.
Also, my literally last final statement before we get into this. We're going to try to make it quick. We have a system. The system I want to apply is pretty much this. We take turns saying song by song in order where we have it placed, based on that statement. Whoever says the first thing first, we'll take turns. Somebody will say why they have the song there and what they think about it. The other person will do the same thing. If somebody has a disagreement, they can put the disagreement out and then state it, and then the other person is allowed a response, and then we move on. I think that's the best way to keep this fair. Yep. So if you say something about a song, and then I say something, and then it's that, and then you I disagree with what you said. You can tell me that, I should be able to respond. Then we can
Leave
go
it.
and leave it that as our opinions, and vice versa. So we avoid any arguments. Now, if you want to add an exception to that, like we just want to say fuck it, let's go off, we can, but it's probably not a good idea. I think we hold true to the rules no matter what.
We'll try and save that for like the you have one at 1 and I have it at 31.
Yeah, like if that happens, we have no choice but to have a conversation about it. Yeah. I don't think honestly, if I'm being totally honest, I don't think there's going to be many, like this isn't like Guts to me. I don't think there's going to be that many big ass disagreements because there's so many. So it's like I think that maybe like obviously if I have your number
we'll
1
see,
or
there may
30,
be.
there might be a big disagreement. We'll find out. There's only one way to find out, and if you're looking at this tier list, guys, you can see this. We're gonna go song by song. I'm gonna do my best to go song by song. I don't know if they're in order. They seem to be in order. They are in order. Cool.
Can we delete the look what you made me do tier just because I think it's completely needless because there are no songs as bad as that song.
Yeah, I know. That's the point. I want to leave it. No, I want to leave it there as a reminder. That's the purpose. I want it to be there. I just kind of want to re-immerse what that song was.
No,
and
we'll
let it be
just
there.
shove "Thank You, Amy" and Cassandra in there. Just...
Fuck you! Look what you made her do. Fuck you! Look what you made her do. My ears are bleeding.
But anyway, first song.
First song is Fortnight.
Featuring Post Malone.
Who's going first? Rock, paper, scissors. We'll have to do it with the delay. Just hold true to your shit. On shoot. So rock, paper, scissors. Not yet. On shoot. Just hold your shit. Don't cheat. Okay.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. So I'll let. Wait. What does that mean? You go first because you lost.
You win.
Oh no, I go first.
Oh,
no, because you don't want to be the first one. So you go.
Oh, fine. Okay. I've got Fortnite at 13th.
Wow, that was okay. Really unexpected. Because it started as my number 1, then it was at my number 3, then it became my 5th, and then it sat comfortably at like 7th, and then after what I just did, it dropped to 16th. It dropped. It dropped.
So you've got it at 16.
16th, yeah, but I think it could jump up to like
wow,
13th.
so I have it higher?
That's why I said that puzzled me, because that was my favorite minute. But like going back to it, I found out it's like it's not that high. I love Post Malone, but like as a whole, now I want to note this.
You know that the reason it was number 1 was Post Malone, dude. It was a bias.
Yeah. But I also burnt it a little bit. So like, I also burnt it out a little bit. Like, I just heard it the most, and it kept playing on it kept auto-playing. I don't know if do you have a song, like, when a song runs too long on Spotify and you're not paying attention or it's not in a playlist, it just auto-plays the same song? For the longest time, it just Fortnite would be always the autoplay. And then, recently, the autoplay's been a bar song, which, at first, was fine. But now, it got annoying yesterday, because it just, every 5 seconds, a bar, like, stop, okay, holy fuck, we get it. Everybody's at the bar getting tipsy. Shut the fuck up, Shabuzi. Just kidding, I love Shabuzi, I'm sorry. But it was pissing me off. Okay, well, sorry, tangent. This is tangentless, T-list, tangentless.
Yeah, because for me, right, Fortnite was a weird one because
it's really a good song.
And to be fair, it shouldn't puzzle you too much because one thing I said that you kind of, I think you let us, I think you were a little like thought I was going to rank it lower because you had it so high and you thought I was going to have it low automatically. One thing you're forgetting is that the entire time I've been saying it's middle of the road on the album for me, maybe high middle. I've been saying that forever, and it hasn't changed position, by the way. It stayed around that same 13 to 15 mark.
I wasn't shocked that you had it in the middle. I was shocked that mine dropped that far. But no, I want to let you know that for context.
I'm shocked that it dropped below mine. That's what I'm shocked about.
That's not an insult. I have them ranked numbers why, but I also have them in sections. So like for example, like to let you know this for context of what I think about this album is that it is the last in A. So that I have 16. It's not as like not in tier list to this. So it's not to this. Like, I'm not saying, like, it's in tier list to this. I'm just saying I was trying to separate them by section, because I knew there was going to be some that are, like, with each other. So I would go down the list until there was one that really wasn't a debate. So, like, I knew, like, okay, this is a massive fucking difference between these two. And it's really not. I might actually have to up that one. B tier is really just as good. Like, the first 3 on B tier are just as good as A. I really could just dump it up. Anyway, tangent. I love Fortnite. I think it's a very peaceful song. I think they both nailed it. I think the mood was done perfect. I don't think there was anything wrong with the song. I just think that its biggest downfall was probably just nothing
but
really
you know what the only
jumps out at
downfall
you.
was? Yeah, that's the thing, and I think the biggest downfall with it is initially I thought, oh, well, that makes sense as the single, but at the end of the day, I'm looking back and realizing, no, there were definitely a few better single choices for the lead-off single. And
it's just because it was.
In a bit.
It's just because it was Post Malone.
But it was just because it was Post Malone, the first song.
But Post Malone got 2 number 1s, right?
Perfectly. Yeah, he did. He got 2 number ones
This year.
almost
Fuck
like within a month actually.
And I don't-
Fortnite dropped off number 1, and then I Had Some Help went number 1.
I wonder
just
how
a
many.
few weeks
I wonder.
later.
I think he's had 3 number ones in 1 year, right? I think he still isn't his biggest year.
2.
Did Better Now go
He
number
had
1?
2
Was it
this
2?
year. He had 2.
Better Now was 2.
No, it wasn't.
It was 2
He
on
had
Billboard.
1 in 2017. Late 2017 was Rockstar. 1 in 2018 with Psycho. 2 in 2019 with Sunflower and Circles. And then
Well,
he had none
congratulations.
up until this year. Congratulations. No, low top 10.
I thought it was number 1.
Not even close.
I thought it was bigger than. Okay, all right. Anyway, okay, yeah. There you go. Next song. I go first. Is
No, what are you doing? We're gonna rank it.
Oh, yeah.
List.
It is a tier list. Okay. It's good.
I'd say great.
Well, I'm trying to be Well, yeah, you're right. That's fair.
The bottom couple tiers are probably not gonna have anything. They're just there for funny value.
I mean, it is. I know it is great, but like, I kind of want to. I'm trying to scale it to this album. So I'm thinking about how many I have ahead of
on the scale
it.
of this album, dude, when listening back, there's a lot of songs up there.
I'm saying when I say on the scale of this album. Do you know what that means? That means
I get
rank
that.
it from the best and worst of this album. So, Matty Healy's Bum is technically just what would be like the worst on the album. Not really. I'd say like it's giving ick is probably the lowest. Nothing's gonna go below it's giving mid. Most likely. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. But either way.
We can move it around.
I think we'll go here.
I think overall it's a great song.
It is. I'm just saying on the album scale, it's good.
If it's all front loaded, that's a testament.
I mean,
to
that's
the album,
that's fine. I think that makes it a little bit more interesting to have it on the scale of the album because it is good on the scale of the album.
We can move around.
All right. Next song is title track.
The Tortured Poets Department.
So I'll go first here. Number 1. I want to note something. This is one of the ones that I wanted to say something about. This one was probably my biggest fluctuator. So it started out low, and then it was like, okay, wait a minute, it stayed low, and then a minute ago I was like, okay, maybe I was too low on this one, and then I raised it a little bit more. For me, it's very low on the album. Very. Like, to be specific, it's in the C category, which is, I'm just gonna do it in category. It makes it a little easier. It's from 25 to 28. Wait, I fucked something up. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I have an extra one here somewhere. Hold on. I fucked something up. I fucked something up. All right, keep talking. It's somewhere in there. Okay.
I have because I actually have a definitive number for every song.
There's not. How many songs are on this album?
31.
Okay, yeah, there's an issue. Okay, hold on.
Same thing happened with Guts. Goddamn. I've got it at 9.
I'm sorry. It's a lot of fucking songs to keep up with. My apologies.
So once again, I got it higher. Was I higher on the front load? I don't know.
Where'd you have it?
Keep in mind there's 31 spot. I had a 19. So lower than Fortnight. But overall, I mean, this is honestly, I'd say this is actually this is second biggest shrinker on the album. There were some shrinkers, there were some growers, but this was the second biggest shrinker. And we'll get to the biggest shrinker in a second, but this one anyway.
Dylan, I have a huge question for you.
What?
What I'm gonna do? Okay, you keep talking. Keep talking. But while you actually, you finish what you're saying. You go first. Say what you're saying, and I'll explain.
Okay. So the song overall, yeah, it's good. Oh. I just feel like it's kind of limited in production, and like I feel like melodically, it's not like. When it comes to Fortnite is a lot more refined in its message and in how clean its melodies are done and its production and stuff. With Tortured Poets, it's still well written, but I feel like it's kind of like. Initially, I was very high on it because we'd only just started the album, but I think once we got into the album, I started to like appreciate other songs more, and it kind of made me realize like, okay, I shouldn't give this like a bunch of praise just because it's a song that is early on the album or whatever. I was giving it praise because of that, and I wanted to be high on the album. So maybe I was just jaded in my own. I want it to be a good album, but and it still is a terrific album. But like at the end of the day, it is
at the end of the day,
not as strong as I had
good,
it. It was one of my most listened to. I actually it was my favorite of the first like 3 or 4 initially. That has definitely changed now, but yeah, I'd probably have it in its good. I don't know about you though.
Yeah, like I said, I found its placement. It was 25 to 28, like I said. Specifically, I had it at 28. Which is not a good place. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I was trying to find the repeat, so I didn't hear anything you said. But I did take care of the problem. Where did you have it ranked for you? Repeat that part.
19.
19. Okay, all right. And you said you would want to put it where on the tier list?
It's a good.
So here's the deal. I actually think it's a good song. I just think every song above it that I tried to compare it to, it just didn't stand up to. It's pretty flat out. There's nothing there. Just it might be preference. It might.
Because to me, there's only one little melody
You said
that really
good?
does stick out, which is the
Okay.
To me, like the melody of like know who's gonna love you like me.
I put it at decent.
That melody sticks, but
I would put
and that
it
was
at
what
decent.
caught my head. But yeah,
I
I
would
don't know.
personally put it at like decent, because I don't think that it's. I mean, it is good. Yeah, it'll probably just be low. Okay. All right. The next song is.
My boy only breaks his favorite toys.
Now here is going to be an interesting one. Where do it's your turn? So where do you place it?
I'd said it was the biggest shrinker. You probably didn't know how much of a shrinker. It's at 30. It's my second weakest on the album.
You fucking spoke it into existence. You spoke it. It's actually for me, it's interchangeable between 5 and 4, and it's probably my favorite melody on the album. And it's a cool ass, and it's kind of a unique like way of saying what she's already said, so I like it. I'll state my opinion on the song first. Don't respond to it. Just say your opinion, and then you can respond to it after you say your opinion first. Actually, avoid that.
Oh, this is like one of 2 songs on the album that to me, I've not only gone from like I like it less, but like to where I don't actually like it at all, and that's to me like the melodically, it
It's burnt out
really
on you.
is. Well, no, like the melodies to me are just like feel like throwaway melodies of better songs. Like one of the melodies they're like na 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 na. To be fair, that melody was done 10 times better on Is It Over Now off of 1989 Taylor's version.
That
And
my boy only
yeah, no, boring melody. And I think it burnt out very, very quickly.
No, I love it. It's fucking
And
hard.
her vocal
The
tone
beats-
or whatever is
Jack
just I'm not a
Antonoff
fan
murked it.
of. Writing, it's probably actually one of the weaker in retrospect. Production wise, it is like thoroughly boring. Actually, to me it is. Yeah, it's actually my single weakest on the original album, and yeah, it was
Okay,
by far like to me. I don't like it. Like it's the type of song now that if I heard, I would actually ask to turn it off. It's to me, it's just I don't know.
it's probably partially you don't like it as much as you first did, but I think a little bit of that's probably burnout. But I think some of it's burnout. I don't think it's quite there, but for me, it was in conversation for my favorite, because the second it came on yesterday when I was re-listening to it, it was like, damn, that fucking melody is good as fuck. Like it was immediately ingrained into my brain, and out of all of them, there's been a few that have been catchy. That one's the one that like is kind of ringing in my head over and 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 over again. And it also is just a fun little concept. I really haven't had time to sit and go over every song's writing. It's Taylor Swift. It's probably gonna be alright. It's catchy. It's really most of it for me. That's the one I was joking about where I was like, this one's probably gonna get put higher over just because it's fucking catchy. But it's also not just the melody. The melody is the easiest, clear standout. Like there's always one on every album that hooks me. There's always one on every album that hooks me. Hold on. Okay. Keep Dylan. Say what you're trying to say. Say what you think about the song. Yeah. Hold on.
I can tell. Like one thing that confuses me, to be honest with you, is that I'm looking at like the streams even and seeing like people also burnt out on this one a little quicker than the others, but I think it was like, because I feel like this one may have been a single, or it may have been like a planned single or something, or maybe it was trying to go for something like that. But I was initially high on it and was like, oh my god, these first three are so consistent on the album. But in retrospect, I look back and go, yeah, well, like in terms of like, I just feel like everything that it has going for it was just done better on the first two songs, and even like all the later songs as well. Catchiness, it's not even like, the thing is about it as an earworm is it's like, I can see how the catchiness and the melody is the strong point, but I don't think that's enough to override everything else like that is kind of like lackluster in it. And I just think it's kind of a little bit lazy. I don't know how long I have to like talk here because everything's timed really weirdly. I don't get why people can't just whatever. But yeah, oof. I joked about 1 and 31, and 5 and 30 is not far off. That's rough. While I'm trying to entertain this, I guess let us know down below any disagreements with songs you guys have, where you would rank them, and do your own tier list as well, because we will link that below as well if you want to do your own tier list, and send them through like an image or whatever in the comments.
My dad woke up and thought he heard somebody yelling, so we were trying to make sure nobody was screaming. It said it sounded like bloody murder. It was just a dog. Fucking husky. No, but problem solved. Yeah. My opinion. Yeah, I already said it, so you already get it. I love it. So, yeah, I forgot to mention that point before I got interrupted. The beat. We were talking the instrumental. He said it was boring. No, it is not. This is my response. Period. No, I don't think it is. Like, there's not a lot of like throw-ins, but my like. I'm out of breath because I had to fucking jump and run. Okay. The thing that I would say about I think that it fits the chorus for the. I think I don't often like that sound of like Jack Antonoff that he does that, and I love Jack Antonoff, but like I don't often like that too much. I think it's very repetitive. That was one of my problems with the album as a whole. I think that was the best it was done of like the poppy sound. I liked it. It sounded very poppy with the melody. It worked perfectly. But if you want to respond to that, you can, or you can just let it be a statement. No, it's just my opinion at the end of the day.
I'd be going in circles if I responded to it.
Yeah, you were kind of had to go for a minute. All right, where do you want to place it? Where would you place it? Where would I place it?
I'd put it in Nick.
Yikes. Okay, I would put it in absolute faith. So we've spoken into existence. So I'd say it has to be in at least probably. If you were gonna put it here, now I was gonna put it here. We'll probably put it somewhere in here. I'd say that.
Good's the middle.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it fucking is. It's 3 tiers above and 3 tiers below.
Is it?
That's fair.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, you're right. I was thinking mid. Yeah. It's because we have 2 It's Giving, so it threw me off. Yeah, so good works, but it's the top of it's good. Fuck toward postponement. Fuck that. Either way, it has to stay at the top of it's good or to lean.
And I know someone actually commented on the video we did for that saying it's their single favorite on the album. Sorry to that person.
It's a fucking banger. But that's just my opinion. Some people like it, some people don't. That's what it is. That's how music works. All right, next song is
Down Bad.
Okay, we can relate to that.
Go first.
I have it in A tier. Okay, north of it. We're in the upper echelon. I had it at 6 actually, directly next to Favorite Toys.
Oh wow.
Again,
22.
That's the one you burn out, though. That's the one you liked it first. You burn it out. I'm telling you, you burnt these fuckers out.
No,
I was too late to.
This one grew. I actually had it initially. I said it was easily the weakest of the first 4, and I actually on first listen of the album.
Oh, this is the one. This is the one. Okay, can I bring up something a little bit like funny about this song?
It grew on me, but it didn't grow enough.
This is the one that Dylan misinterpreted initially. I think I told a joke about. Yeah, this is the one where I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he was like, "No, bro, I got it. I hear it." And then the viewers were like, "What the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck is he talking about?" And then I told him, and he was like, "Yeah, in hindsight, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking." Bro reflected his own.
I would like to make a public apology.
Bro reflected his own issues onto the song. He forgot it wasn't his song. He's like, Down bad chronic. Oh, okay.
Whoops.
If you guys want to figure out that, go check out all the reactions on our channel. It was 31 fucking videos, 32 videos actually. So go check those out. We had the Fortnite video in there. And God knows how many videos of Taylor Swift overall. Probably close. We're closed in on like probably 80, some shit like that. Yeah. What do I think about it? I just think it's a banger. Like it's really, I don't have a lot of fleshed out opinions on these songs other than the fact that I hear it and I'm just like, it's just a fucking banger. It's a bop. I know that's not very detailed, but it's like there's 31 songs. So I hadn't had enough time to really go over all of them, and I really kind of just went back to some of them for the first time, and that being one of them.
It is a great song.
Just a bop.
I just think I just think at the end of the day, it is extremely limited in terms of like melody and writing and everything. It is certainly very limited. But and that's the only thing, by the way, keeping it from growing more. And I still, if someone says that this is like their top 5 on the album, I'm not gonna like be like, I mean, okay, it's catchy enough to where I can see that, but at the end of the day, I think past catchiness, again, it's similar to a few songs where I think like catchiness is not enough, especially when you've got some incredible songwriting deeper into the album. I think it's just, you can't put this over some of the like masterpieces on this album. So
I mean that's a fair take. I have no debate with that. That's a good take. Where would you put it?
I'd probably put it slightly below Tortured Poets for me. You put it above.
Wait.
So it'd probably be in the middle of It's Good. In between those two, probably, is where fair ranking.
We can't move My Boy Only Breaks It. The problem is we really can't move this one. Because we move it, it leans one way. It can't lean. Yeah, we can't really move it. Which is a problem because that means there can be no top of It's Good. It's permanently going to be the top of It's Good no matter what. It's either going to have to be.
Not really, no.
It's either going to have to be in. No, it either
middle of It's Good would be a fair. You had solid, absolute fave. I had solid. It's
yeah, if it's mid. Yeah, okay, yeah, that works too. Yeah, you're right.
But anyway,
keep an eye on Streamlabs. Streamlabs is frozen again. What is the next song?
So Long London.
Okay. I think this is going to be a very interesting one. You're first.
I've got this first, right? Number 3.
So Long London is number 3 for me. Exactly. It is. It's number 3. We agreed perfectly. Go. Yeah, it's 3 for me too. It's a grower. I mean, I say it's a grower. At first, I didn't like it the first second. It was the first song I went back to other than Fortnite and actually listened to. I actually
disagree. I don't think it's a grower. Nor do I think it's a shrinker. It hit exactly where it needed to immediately.
Well, yeah, I got better.
I think we agree then on most things with it. It's just an incredibly produced song. The emotion is incredible. Man. The writing is incredible. The melodies are incredible. It is like, I think if you don't have this in your like top 10 or even top 5,
you're probably just being a fucking moron.
You're probably capping. Come on, it is easily one of the best here.
Well, then
especially that. Like, I think the big thing that goes understated because alone the melodies and the like.
We're going here, right?
Is definitely the standout and the emotion. Oh, absolute favies.
Yeah, cool. All right, got you.
But I think the biggest thing that goes understated with this song is the production. Like the little dun and like I think
it builds up perfectly.
And isn't this one of the few Aaron Dessner ones on the original album as well?
Not sure. You'd have to Google something like that, but that's irrelevant though for now. Not worth the time.
Either way, though.
Either way, it's really done well. Whoever produced it was done.
It's
excellent.
An incredible song.
Everything about it was.
Yeah. And by the way, because we've reacted to this entire album, these songs will be contenders for Best of the Year if we get around to that at the end of the year. And So Long London is definitely in that conversation. So
considering we're starting to do shit like this, I would be surprised if we didn't get around to it. If I ever, if I don't, Dylan will. That's the truth. If I don't, you'll see some solo Dylan videos. So like, if I don't get around to it, Dylan will get around to it. So you'll probably have Dylan's. If there's anything Dylan does in his life, and he's sure to do, it's to make a ranking and a fucking sheet of ranking of songs and where they place. This motherfucker is basically, if someone, I feel like Dylan is like what Billboard would be if it was a person. Dylan is just Billboard. Also, I'll speed past it. Yeah, I'll say later.
Billboard without the fuckery.
We can move. Yeah, without the fuckery. What's the next song?
All right, next song is "But Daddy, I Love Him."
Okay, it's my place. Okay, cool. This one's gonna either be a. This one could be. I think this could be a disagree. I don't really know where this stands for you, so we could agree perfectly. We could disagree. I don't really remember our immediate takes. I think I remember you not liking it, but I could be wrong. I put it at around 14. I think it's low tier. I think it's somewhere near Fortnite. I'd say 14, 14 to 16. So it's
Yeah,
kind of right
I've
there.
definitely got it lower. I got it at 26.
Okay, cool. I
I
didn't like it at first, but it actually, like, going back to every time I went back to it, I was like, I actually like this.
No, and believe it or not, here's the thing. Here's the thing. As a song, it would be around where you've put it, right?
I think that she's done that.
The message is a little conflicting because on one hand, it's like, yes, she's raising the middle finger to like the media or whatever, criticizing her relationships. But on the other hand, I look at it as like, well, you're a high-profile person dating a high-profile person. It also comes off a little hypocritical when you think about like her relationship with Travis and everything, and how like
They're playing into
you
it
know
and stuff, yeah.
just how they're playing into the publicity of it. Like, she's not saying to everybody, take the cameras off me and focus on the football game. She's completely embracing the fact that they're focusing on her.
As well,
And
yeah.
I think
He's
at
embracing
the end
it
of the
as well.
day, I think the whole like public stay out of my relationships is kind of hypocritical in one sense, because I think she only
Considering
wants them to
she's
stay
playing,
out
if it's
when it's
negative.
negative. I think if they're praising her, she wants them to be involved, and if not, then not. But it's like I look at it as like, you take the good with the bad. If you want them to be involved in your
Yeah.
relationship, take the good, take the bad, take it all. If you don't want them involved, then keep them out fully. But I feel like she's kind of not doing that fully, and I think, to me, that kind of makes the message fall a little more flat than it should. A lot of people have this as like top 5 on the album for them, and I can
I love
like,
it.
here's the
It's a
thing.
great
From
song.
one stance, I can kind of understand that, but at the end of the day, for me, I look at it as like, if you're gonna include like the messages and everything, it's definitely one of the weaker messages.
If you look at the there's a few things that could bring it down. Like, there's a few things that could bring it down. Obviously, the hypocritical, like, it's a little hypocritical. She's had multiple songs about based in medieval. It's because I lean back. Based in medieval times. Sorry, guys, my mic's having issues. We'll be fixed soon. It's really never been a time where we didn't have some sort of issue. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that and the fact that she's had multiple songs with like the medieval timing. It's been done before, but I like the just kidding, because you see your faces. There's a lot of stuff in there that's kind of funny. It's a nice little song. If you remove the little hypocriticalness, then yeah, I think it stays where it is. I think you could drop it, but overall, I think it's a really good song. Where do we place it though?
Yeah, where you put it in. For me, it's probably in mid. If you weigh out the meaning, like, I think it's negative in terms of the hypocrisy, but it's also good in terms of the song. Not one of the best songs in terms of like everything else, but I'm happy with like mid or decent or whatever. Like, decent if you want to split it.
Oh, I would put it personally. I would put it here. So
maybe put it like top of decent.
We'll do that. All right. Okay. Next song.
Yeah, we'll leave that. Okay. Next song is "Fresh Out the Slammer."
Who goes first? You. Okay. Cool.
Me. This one was hands down one of the biggest growers. It's risen to one of my favorite melodies on the album, but it's still at 16.
Well, I went back to it like 5 times. It's the only one that won't stick. One of the only ones that won't stick. I have it at 30. It just can't click for me. I just don't like it. I just don't know what to tell you. It just doesn't stick out. Maybe in time. So that's all I have to say.
To me, like,
I have nothing to say about it except it was boring.
It's kind of one thing that you will notice is that a lot of the time I might have songs that have like little transition phases and stuff, like "Fresh Out the Slammer" has at the end, where typically I'll ride them up higher. With "Fresh Out the Slammer," I just think the mood is pretty much perfect in it. I think the melodies are beautiful. The only reason it's not like top 10 on the album is mainly just because the vocal is certainly one of the weaker on the album. I'm gonna upfront admit that. and the vocal production is not the strongest either. The rest of it is pretty good though. The writing is really damn good. So yeah, it kind of falls into that middle tier on the album for me, because on the one hand it's like some of the weaker vocals on the album, it's also some of the stronger melodies on the album for me. So it's pretty indifferent. I'm gonna be a little more lenient because of the weaker points, if I'm being honest, but like it's still one of my favorites.
I
so
put it in mid.
Put it in mid.
Yeah.
Because I'd put it probably in its great, like low it's great. So
I guess I'll put it in like the middle of it's good. Probably
yeah, somewhere in there.
Probably here.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Next song?
Next song. Oh, here we go. Florida.
Damn, I didn't know those were back to back. That's unfortunate. Who goes? Is this me or you? It's you.
It's you.
Is it?
It's you.
It's you. Oh, great. 31.
You're capping.
Not at all.
You're capping. I've got it at 1.
Oh my god.
I've got it at 1. The 1 in 31 happened. You're fucking kidding me.
You fucking spoke.
Please tell me Please tell me you're
really
joking.
not kidding. Really not kidding. Here's my logic. Okay. It's really not a bad song.
Take that fucking L and go.
Hold on. Hear me out.
Take
Hear me
that
out.
L.
Hear me out. All right. I need you to hear me out for a minute. 1, it could definitely move, because this is actually the one I didn't go to last, so I needed to go back to this one and I forgot. It could have moved up. Like it's not necessarily last. I have it at last, but it's definitely, it could have gone up like 3-4 spots. Like the Florida part's cool, but everything else is like.
Oh come no.
And I'm really not a huge fan of Florence the Machine's voice at all.
Oh my god.
I don't think she's a bad singer. I just don't like the delivery.
Look, can I be completely honest with you? That might be the single worst take you've had on this channel, dude. That is like 31.
I like every other song
like
more.
I can understand if you have it like maybe somewhere in the middle of the album, like maybe on preference alone. But I'm sorry, dude.
The chorus part's cool. I really don't like her verse.
Perfection. The song is. It's written incredibly. Okay.
Either way, instead of arguing, say everything you think about the song. Just say your opinion on the song.
The production is fucking immaculate, you know? Like, the way it builds up, like, you can beat the dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, and then the way, obviously, it comes in with the chorus, the hits. And I know that's probably what you're referring to with Vampire when you said the way the things hit or whatever. But, I mean, Florida is, like, 10 times better than Vampire. I'll take it any day of the week.
Okay.
And, I'm sorry, like, it's one of Taylor Swift's best vocal performances on the album, probably top 2 or 3. Florence and the Machine has the single best vocal performance of this entire album, better than anything Taylor did or Post Malone did on the album. Her vocal performance is incredible. And melodically, everything, it is easily the catchiest on the album for me. It is hands down. Like, the verses are catchy as well. Like, the amount of times I'd catch myself going, like, Florida, dun, 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 dun.
That is a good part.
Time I'd also catch myself going, I got some regrets, so take me to Florida. I got some regrets, I'll bury them in Florida. And they have so much vocal chemistry as well that I wasn't expecting going. I hadn't heard much Florence the Machine beforehand at all, but the amount of chemistry they have is incredible. And everything, the way it fades in and out and everything, the mood of it is perfect. It perfectly encapsulates the mood it's going for. I think that should have been like a single or whatever, and I hope it still is a single. But no, for me, it is just an absolute bop.
My opinion being, like I said, he said it's the best vocal performance. I just think, like, I think she, like, even someone in the comments had agreed. So she has a very unique voice. I don't think she is a bad singer at all. But, like, I almost think that if I was, like, trying to imitate it, you guys would look at me and go, what the fuck are you doing? That's what the reaction I would get if I sung the exact same way on a song. So it's her vocal tone is odd to me. Does that mean she's not talented? Or is it Florence? Is it one person or multiple? I think it's one. Is it I don't know.
I'm an expert.
Whoever it is, okay? Whoever it is. Girl, I don't know.
Florence Welch is the singer.
Cool, okay. As a whole, though, I think Taylor did good. I think the production was solid. It's just that for me, and the Florida part was solid. That's the standout. Like if it was built around that well to me, which we disagree. Like it's fair. It's obvious we disagree on it. It could change over time. Like any of these could change. Like so, don't think this is me just saying it's a horrible. I don't think that's the case. I don't think any of them are horrible. I just think that like this one's midish. I said it could go up a few, so like it could very well be decent to me. Like, but that's maximum. I don't think it would go much further. I don't like. I don't like it.
L. And I'm not even gonna ride on that too long because I know damn well if any of the Taylor fans are watching this, I know damn well they're gonna grill you for it as well.
But it's an opinion. So it's like they don't have to like it. But like I said that already. I said I didn't like her voice, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. And someone in the comments was like, yeah, fair.
Yeah, but not a fan is one thing. Putting that below literally everything on this album is not only like an L take, I think it's completely disrespectful to the song and how it's done. I think that is like wildly disrespectful. But,
it's entirely like...
I would put it like top 10 Taylor Swift songs I've ever heard, dude. I would put it as one of her best songs. I think it is immaculate.
It could grow, I don't know.
Done. I don't...
Could have rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually mind-blowing, because not only did I make the joke about... Imagine we
but
had
either way,
one at 31.
That's wild. Okay. Anyway, we gotta get over this. Get over this boohoo.
You know where it is for me, so it's a matter of where the fuck we put it.
Well, I would put it here. Because I'm not a huge fan of it. Like I said, this is one that could grow with me. I put it there for me. I'm not objectively stating it. The only problem I have with the song is her vocal delivery. That's the only issue I have, realistically, and it just didn't stand out. But the chorus did, I don't know if it's the chorus, but the Florida part, the dun dun. Although my response, this is a response because I didn't get to respond to the one part. I definitely think Vampire's better, but that's just me. That's why I made the joke earlier when we were going over the albums, and I said, "Oh yeah, Vampire copy." That's what I said. But I was joking, of course. It's not a copy. It's done in its own way. It is definitely influenced by it, but unless I find out Vampire was influenced by something else I didn't know about, and then I'll eat my words. But I would put it in mid. You would put it in absolute fave, because, like I said, it is flexible. I'm totally cool with putting it at the top of It's great. I mean, I feel bad about it, but it's like, I mean, I don't know what you're gonna do.
Dude, that is the worst take you've ever had, ever, period, musically. I don't
in
think
your
there's
opinion,
ever been a single take you've ever said to me worse than that, dude. That is a horrific take.
But here's the deal, though.
I can admit
when we disagree and leave it alone. Okay, so we disagreed. We'll find a good part.
Beyond a disagreement, you are completely disrespecting that song. You need to re-listen to that. That is.
I'll try, bro, but I just don't think it will. But anyway, we're wasting time. Where do you want to put it? It's not that big of a deal.
For me, it's like so. It's so far.
I don't want to make this a 3-hour video.
Not even.
I don't. It just doesn't. It doesn't work.
Because
like, I mean,
while I do want to split the difference at the end of the day, this is one.
If I put it at perfect, I just want to let you know though. But if we have a disagreement like this again, I'm getting the advantage. Like if I feel something high, and you feel something low.
I'll let a few slip higher.
Okay,
dude,
I'll put it. I'll put it perfect. I'll put it perfect. I'll put it perfect. I just disagree. But, all right, irrelevant. Let's move. We spent too much time. Okay, next song. Oh God.
Next song.
No, don't tell me.
What do we got? Guilty as Sin.
Okay, hold on. This is you, right? Okay, where do you have it?
I have it at 18.
Can we just have one normal fucking... Can we just have one normal one? 18? Oh, God. It's interchangeable with a few. As of right now, where I have it listed, it may or may not be my number one. It shouldn't be, but I like it a lot. Like I just completely put it there as if how I felt, but it's changeable.
List, dude.
No,
that's
where I wanted it.
Come on.
That's where I wanted it. I liked it.
Come on.
I liked it.
It was one of my growers, right? It was one of my growers that I actually still really like, okay? But here's the thing. The thing that limits it again, right? There's something that limits some of these ones in the mid-tier, right? I say in the mid-tier. They're not the mid-tier overall. They're just the middle tier, like, ranking the album, like, top to bottom. But the production is, like, probably one of the most boring productions on the album. And to me, the thing that stands out about the song is just the fact that melodically it's very tight. It very much portrays it, but it is nothing impressive on any standpoint. It just does everything well, except for the production being a little boring. That's really for me. So it kind of works its way into like lower medium on the album. It's still a good song, but
I mean, honestly, I couldn't give too much thought to it. So, if I'm being totally honest, I pretty much basically did this tier list off of just how I felt about the songs. Like, I was just like completely going off of like a cat. I felt like, would I go back to this song? Like, do I like it? That's how I'm doing mine. You're choosing to do yours objectively. I was choosing to do mine basically off of how much I like the song.
no. Also, Florida was the one I went back to the most.
Well, yeah, which is fine. As Guilty as Sin, I don't know. It's debatable. It could have been. It really could be a few other ones. Oh shit. But I put it as. I would obviously put it at fave, but I know you don't.
I'd put it in good.
I'll put
So
it in.
like, you'll do top of great.
Well, really, no, it shouldn't be. It should be in perfect because I put it as my number one. But technically it can be interchangeable with the few right there, so I'll put it here. Realistically, like I said, I hate that we had to do the fucking. I wish I had more time. But the next song is.
Who's Afraid of Little Old Me?
Okay, this
Do
is you
not
first.
give me another L. Do not give me another L. This
Okay,
is my
where's
number
it?
2. This fills
What
in
the
my top
fuck?
3.
Our number 3 and 2 are the same. It's my number 2.
Wait! Oh, thank God! Thank.
It's my number 2. I love this one.
I thought you were gonna give me a like it's mid tier on the album, bro.
No, it's goat. It's goated.
No.
It's goated. Especially
No,
my
it's-
favorite part of the whole song is the first time she yells, "Who's afraid of little old me?" That's my favorite part of the song.
Yeah, no, that's the best part. Yeah.
But we agree on it. Like we agree on a lot
I
of
was
them,
so
buddy. We just
scared.
disagreed on like one hardly. Like hardcore disagreed on like one. Relax.
Oh, I'm glad that the fact that we had the same 2 and 3 is kind of wild because we only had one that was the same place on Guts. But the fact that we had 2 of the top 3 the same, that's good. I'm happy with that one because that was like for my top 3. I was really hoping that top 3 that you'd at least have them in the top 10.
I'm front heavy, aren't I?
But
Because I just realized that 4 songs in the first like 8 songs are in my top 5. Because I've already done 4 of my top 5. Favorite Toys, So Long London, Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, and Guilty as Sin are both already gone. Kind of wiped out my first half already.
well, mine's not too far off. I've got 1, 2, and 3 all wiped off. Actually, my 4 to 7 is all in the anthology, so they'll come later on. But, spoiler alert.
Hey, my 4
Well,
and
I don't think
7
we have to
are-
question. We know where Who's Afraid of Little Old Me goes. I'm glad we can agree on that one because it is hands down
Is it better
one
than
of the
So Long
best on the
London?
album.
Yeah, we had it above.
We
it, so
both
yeah.
had it at 2. So,
Yeah, so yeah,
yeah.
it's easy agreements
and-
up there.
No, it's an incredibly done song. From start to finish, the way it builds up and the way it progresses, and the production, and the melodies, and the writing, everything just absolutely is done
Yeah.
perfectly.
Excellent.
It
the
is just
concept-
an excellent song.
Yeah, vocals.
And here's the thing. One thing that caught me off guard is it debuted at number 9 on Billboard and on the album because she had the entire top 10. But do you want to know what's interesting? It's now, I think, the 4th or 5th fastest streaming on the album. It's
holding.
It's one of the ones that is growing on people very quickly, and I'm not even gonna believe it or not. Actually, Florida's also like that. It debuted at like 8. It's also like top 5, I think, now streaming. Just
Put it
to
on
throw
TikTok
it
too.
out
Yeah,
there.
it works well. It'll work well on TikTok.
But
too.
So Long London actually fell off on streaming, which is annoying, but it did.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, no question with that one. I think you're in agreement.
Yeah,
with
we
all
can just
that
hop
as
off.
well. It's good.
Let's save time on the ones we agree on. You go next. I'll let you say it. I'll let you say what it
I
is.
can fix them. No, really, I can.
And it's my turn.
Yep.
I don't know what. It's scared. I'm scared now. I have it at 9.
I have it at 12. That's not far off.
Oh, okay, cool. I
That's
would
not far off.
I would put it here then. I mean, we'll talk about it in a second, but I would put it here.
In
Right?
good? No, come on. We got to put it in grade or.
Oh no,
I'd
we just.
say probably
Why is down bad
no,
here?
9 and 12. Because I had it lower.
Oh, so where would it be? Both Guilty as Sin. Yeah. Well, no, because it's my favorite. I put it as my favorite. But we both agree. It'd be like here.
No, yeah, about there. Okay. No,
Where'd you
it's
have?
just
Yeah, we have Fortnite in the same area. So, um, yeah, we had it'll be slightly before Fortnite then. I liked it. That's why I said I got pissed off, is because I have that above a very emotional song, like right above it. And I looked at you and I told you when we were talking, and I was like, I'm pissed off. I was like, why? I said, this is so stupid. It's not because of the song itself. It's just because of the title. And I was like, I just put a song titled "I Can Fix Him" above a super serious good ass song. I just happened to like this one more, which is probably gonna piss you off later. I feel like I have one that's gonna piss you off.
I mean, again, I had Florida above everything, and that's not an emotional song in any way. So, you look at it like, no, I Can Fix Them. Really, the thing is about it is we both looked at it and went, yeah, that's Fleetwood Mac inspired, and I still think that. And Who's Afraid Little of Me actually had traces of it in some of the instrumentation, but I Can Fix Them just went full Fleetwood Mac, which caught us off guard. But I will say it was a welcome surprise. I think she nailed it. I think like she did very well at it. The only thing that keeps it from being like perfect tier for me, at least, because I would have put it in like a high grade. But the only thing keeping it from the perfect tier is mainly just the fact that it does feel like it could have gone slightly further. Like 2.5 minutes, I feel like isn't long enough for that style. It could have gone maybe 3 or 4, but that's just me preference wise. I think overall she still nailed it as it is.
Yeah.
And I love the little twist at the end, how she's like, "Oh, really? I can't." Like, and that alone dragged it up a little bit for me.
Because it's like, okay, yeah,
just
we're
the
being
way
realistic
she twisted
here.
it. Because she called herself out. She was like, it's kind of like she's living in this, like, her brain thinking like, oh, I can fix some guys, I can fix some guys, and at the end she realizes like, oh, whoa, and she kind of, in the tone as well, she's like, whoa, really? Like, you feel like she's just leaning back and looking back at herself and going, whoa, what the fuck was I thinking? And yeah, the emotion in it's portrayed perfectly. So yeah, very good stuff.
I agree with pretty much everything you said. The next song.
Love of my life.
Or actually, Loss of My Life. It's your turn.
Oh, my turn first. I have it at 9.
Wow, we're kind of getting along here. I have mine at 13.
Okay, so not too far off. So that was the emotional one that you put a little below it.
No, I put another one right. I put like I Can Fix Him was 9. The one below it is 10.
9. Right.
10 is the one that's like.
Well, I guess easy ranking then. This is in the same sort of place as I Can Fix Them based on that. 9 and 12, 9 and 13. So we'll put this like one little edge below the other one, just because you had it at 13, I had the other one at 12. But no, overall, I think it is a great little ballad or whatever. I think the way she twists like "Love of My Life" to "Lost of My Life" works perfectly in terms of the way she did the abbreviation for it. It can go either way.
Billie Eilish's new album also had a song called "Love of My Life." Just thought that was funny.
It may have been a slight little nod because apparently there is beef there, but we'll leave that. We'll leave that. But overall, no, I think it's just very well nailed.
Really?
Everything, especially the emotion. Like, I think "Love of My Life" is one of the emotional tracks that really does drive home on the emotion, and that is the strongest point of it, is her tone and everything. And the way she sings, like, "Love of my life," and the way she, like, sings it in almost a whisper, like, you can tell that she was very sad writing it.
And I think it could go up, too.
No, I think it's just a great way to close off, because the thing is this and The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived felt like the two closers. Like, "Love of My Life" was like the closer to her relationship with Joe Alwyn, and then The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived was Maddie. We'll get to that. But yeah, and the way this plays into the next track as well is part of the strength of the next track in terms of tone and pacing of the album, and that's why I think, like, initially I thought that it was a front-loaded album, and then I looked back and realized, no, it's actually very evenly spaced in terms of where my favorites and least favorites are. And yeah, overall, I just think nailed. I don't know anything. Which else?
I mean, same thing. I agree. I don't remember that one too. There's a few of them I don't like remember perfect. Like, I know I liked it a lot. I just don't like remember specifically. Oh god. Okay. Well. All right. The next song.
I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
All right. Is this mine?
Is this a disagreement?
Oh, this is one where I gotta place it. Oh god. It could be. Why do I have to go first? I hate going first and waiting for like the fucking moment of like approval or disapproval. I'll be honest with you. For a minute, it was flat out. Like, for a second, like, before I went back to it, I heard it a minute ago, I didn't like the energy of it, and I had it as my flat out worst. But, that changed. I went back to it, and I was like, okay, I'm being way too harsh. Way too harsh. And I pulled it up to about 24. Now, the only reason it's there is because I have a few icks in it. And that's really the only reason it's there. There's a lot of good parts, but there's also some things I don't like.
See, because that's part of the reason it only made number 8 for me. Because if I'm looking at a catchiness standpoint and how much I return to it, it would be top 3. Because, like, So Long London, Florida, and this would have been the 3 I returned to the most. Who's Afraid Little Old Me got its place more so out of respect.
I've never been high on this song.
It was also one of my more listened to.
I was never high on it.
No, you were never as high as it on
even
me.
In the reaction, I told you.
We even had a bit of a debate about it in the reaction because of how much higher I was on it. But
it makes sense.
The biggest, do you know what, right? And the biggest thing that dragged it back just a spot or two as well was hearing that shit on the radio, because by God does it not work on the radio for one reason, and it's the outro. Like, 'cause I'm miserable. Hearing that play over a supermarket speaker is just like, nobody wants to hear Taylor Swift yelling out, I'm miserable.
Can I be honest? Okay, so what I would say, I have a few icks. One being the outro. Like, immediately, like, I'm all for, like, joking around and playing. Like, I'm all for it. It almost, like, her vocal tone just, like, it icked me. I don't know why. I hate that term, but I think it just came off almost as a little like, not corny, but kind of cringe. I kind of cringed hearing it.
Now, here's the thing. A lot of it, I say that's a weakness, right? That's only
the
over
song
the
message
radio.
is good,
in headphones, in headphones or whatever, the song is incredibly done. Incredibly done mostly. Because I think there are a few, like, little spots, like, I can see this being weaker on the album, and that's why I'm not, like, as much as, yes, there is a big difference in our rankings, this is one of the few that I'm like, I'll let that one, like, whatever, it's not, like, a big deal to me, because I think a lot of it depends on how well you get the emotion, and I think the emotion plays perfectly off of Love of My Life. The fact that, she's just gone through the heartbreak, and now I can do it with a broken heart, and here's the thing about the tone, right? Is I don't hear the tone and go, this is like Taylor Swift being like all like, like, ha, I'm the biggest in the world, like I'm this, whatever. A lot of people think that's all it is. But no, and especially the outro. Here's the thing, I think the outro is actually perfect. I just don't think it works over radio, because it goes to show that, like, that Taylor really is just faking, like, her stage persona through the Eras tour literally was just a huge big, like, she had to put on an act for a good part of it, because, like, she broke up with Joe Alwyn bam smack in the middle of, like, one of the Eras tour runs, and
it was right before the beginning. It was within the it was like the first.
Right,
it was 2 weeks
or some shit.
It was right before the beginning or 2 weeks, and which is why she was like in the song. She's like, did you try to, was it Destroy My Golden Summer or something like that? My Sparkling Summer.
So yeah, and I think the emotion is done very well, and I think
there's
like,
good parts. That's what I'm saying. It's
and I think it's very motivational, because at the end of the day, she's saying, look, I can still do it, and at the end, she's saying, like, I'm miserable, and that's why it's kind of a weird one, because it's like, on one hand, she's like saying, like, she's covering it up, and, like, if it encourages people to cover up their sadness or whatever, it's like, maybe not, because you can't just cover it up and bottle it up, but at the same time, you can't just sit there and, like, indulge in it. And I think, like, and that's why it's, like, a bit of iffy on terms of the message stance, because on one hand, I think people might take it well and be like, yeah, I'm gonna push through with my life anyway and continue. Some might use it as a way of bottling up their emotions. I think more are going to take it as the former, which is why I'm leaning towards a better message for this one. But yeah, and I don't think people are going to bat an eye and be putting it at 8. Yeah, some people probably put it higher. It's the second most streamed on the album. But
here's the deal. Also, the other irk is, like, we've talked about this. We actually talked about it. Ironically enough, in the last video we recorded, the Guts video. Even though I don't know if it's out or not out, but the Guts tier list. The other thing is the needless cuss word. The lights, camera, bitch. It just seemed a little unnecessary. Just like a little bit. I think
she was doing that for a quotable. I think that was for a quotable.
Yeah, it just felt like.
And it is is a quotable. I can tell people are going right now like lights, camera, bitch, smile. Like
Yeah,
that's
and there's nothing wrong with that. Like when I say this is just my personal opinion, I'm not telling you that it's objective or like you can't like it.
And also, if you're gonna talk
it's
about
not
a
cool to you,
needless
it might
cuss
be
word,
cool
I
to
think
you.
that was more necessary than I'm a real tough kid. I can handle my shit. And in retrospect, yeah, the writing lyrically is
The whole
not
song.
melodically it's written very well, but
The whole
structurally
song
it's written
to
very
me-
well, but lyrically it's not.
I think the
So-
whole song to me comes off of like the conversation we had about mean, where we disagreed on it partially because I was like I thought it was fine and you were like I think it's like kind of like childish, which I didn't at the time. I think that's almost how the delivery of this comes off. It comes off like someone trying to like I'm a tough kid. Like it's just all certain line choices, the vocal energy of it. The whole song to me just feels like okay. It just throws me off. I don't know why. It's better than it was. Also, I don't like the drop because it sounds exactly like the fucking song. I stand on this. She sampled part of that fucking drop. It literally sounds like we've gone over this song. We talked about this in the video.
Funky Town.
Yeah, it sounds the boom.
I still don't hear it.
The boom is we've gone over it. It's the first note and the fucking tone of the song. Every time that whether it's true or not doesn't make a fuck. Every time that drop comes in, it just pisses me off. The Funky Town doesn't start playing. So it's like it honestly just pisses me off. So it's kind of there's just too many bad parts to make up for the good parts. There's good parts. Like even then it's like the drop's still cool. It's still cool. So it's like it's just and the chorus is catchy. So it's like it's all catchy. It just falls. Which isn't necessarily fair, but it's also kind of economy reference. Anyway, where should we put it?
For me, I'd put it like
I put it good.
Either very top of it's great or like
I would put it at the bottom of its
bottom
good,
of
probably.
perfect.
I'll put it here. I think it's no, it's not. No, yeah, it is. It's better than this one.
I'll
I'd
let
put
you
it
place
here.
this one or whatever as well for the.
I put it here.
For the
I put it just below down bad. But that's also exceptional because like you were here, right? You wanted it to be at the top of it's great, right?
Yeah.
So what's the
I'll
easiest
let
way
it
to meet?
slip a little because at the end of the day,
We could put it here.
Florida, but
Do I put it here?
I still think whatever.
We'll put it here.
If you want.
My apologies about that. Boo. We move on. Bro's bringing up bad memories. What's the next song? Yeah.
Next song is "The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived,"
Which
Penis
created the
song.
funny ass joke. Yeah. Well, I think we could Greek goes in Manny Healy's. Just kidding. Also, that's not right. I realized a few of these. Are
Who's
fucked
going
up.
first?
I don't know.
I am, right?
I don't know.
Wait. Who went with "I Can Do It With Broken"? No, you go first.
No, I thought I did.
Yeah, you go first. No, you go
No,
first.
I did it because I said 24, and you said no. I have it at 8. Yeah, I went first.
Oh, okay, whatever.
This is
We
you.
must have fucked up somewhere because I started with Fortnight. So, and
Well-
given this is an even number, you should just be starting first. So,
We'll just fuck it. I don't care.
I don't know.
You go on
I
first,
have the
first,
smallest
first,
man. As much as I made the joke and I gave it more of a pass at the time, it's at 25 for me.
Oh wow, wow.
So we're
can
probably
I
not
speak
too
on this
far
one
off.
first? Can I speak on this one first? I have it at 27.
Okay, so we're not far off. Yeah, I knew you were gonna have it
it's-
down there, but
There's some parts of it are like it's kind of nice. Like I don't think it's a bad song. I think there's parts of it that are kind of like okay, that are like kind of catchy. Here's my issue. I'm gonna say this to be as blunt as possible. The purpose of the song to me is I don't see it. Like I get where he sees it and he's like, bro, it's right there. I really don't. I think the song makes perfect sense if you get rid of the penis thing. He's on it and he just believes that. I don't.
does make
I don't
sense.
see it. It does, but like I don't think I
is
don't see what.
definitely a
But here's the deal.
joke at-
If she is, here's the deal. Wait, this is my statement. Wait, I don't see it. I get it. I see it. I don't think it is the case. But if it was the case, that only
you
hurts.
see
the song.
it.
So like,
I mean, yeah,
here's the
you
deal.
didn't talk about indecent
As a
exposures,
song,
it makes sense.
As a song, it would go up. It's already taken a pretty big hit because of that. Because of Dylan said that. Realistically, if that was the case, and she was like, "Yeah, I was just saying he has a small dick because he's a piece of shit," I would probably just put the song at 31 because I just think it's fucked up. Like, imagine if I was imagine like next Matty Healy's the lead singer of what, the 1970 is it 1975? is a band. Yeah. So imagine they come out with a song called. It wouldn't be fitting, but neither would the clothes. Imagine if the song was just called "The Fattest Bitch You Ever Lived." Do you think people might be a little offended if the whole song, or the biggest bitch that ever lived, and the whole song, or the biggest woman that ever lived, and all it is the whole song talking about how big of a bad person she was. She's the big bad person, and her hate is so large. She doesn't measure up to morals or her pant size, like, or a medium. Like, it's like if the song was just undertoned to be calling a woman fat the whole time,
if someone released
I would probably
that,
be like, "It's fucking stupid." Like, really, we're gonna?
It would be the worst
resort to
song of
this?
the year. Nobody's released.
Yeah, that was a bad
shit.
example. Like, she made it good, but like I'm saying, like, you get what I mean, though, right? You get what I'm saying. People won't see it the same way because of the gender bias. But if it really was, and even then, it really doesn't make. It's still not the equivalent. I really don't know what. Well, I know what the equivalent would be. I just don't think it's appropriate for me to say on this shit. The cave. Okay, we move.
Okay.
Point is unnecessary. Yeah, immature.
What'd you put up?
If it really wasn't a joke and it really was just the what is it, the fucking face value or whatever, it would be probably in like, it would be like here for me, probably at the bottom of it's good. No, it would be in D. No, it really would be mid.
We both had it. It would be
Mid, really, yeah.
It probably is, yeah.
It's gonna be mid. It's gonna be mid tier.
We both have it lower on the album, so yeah, it's probably gonna be there.
Excuse me, that was inappropriate.
I still think that was a devastating way to like put the nail in the coffin with Maddie Healy, but at the end of the day, as a song, as writing, as everything else goes, it is certainly one of the weaker on the album for me. So
yeah, it's just really nothing special about it.
It's nothing special.
The only part that's like slightly okay is just like the 2 lines in the chorus, like the 2 in, and it's like, okay, that's kind of okay. That's the only reason it's not 28th. Realistically, in hindsight, it really could just drop to 30. It's really is worse than Florida. I'll move. You know what? Here's the deal. I'll move Florida up 1 spot. It's no longer 31st. It's the second worst on the album.
Oh, wow, what a fucking
Change.
improve. You may as well leave it there, dude. There's no
Wrong.
fucking point.
Wrong. 29. I'm gonna change it. I actually do think it's better than Fresh Out the Slammer. I don't think it's better than the Black Dog, though.
There we go. Here we go.
I've kind of spoiled where my placements are on accident, but it's fine. You don't think you caught it.
You've fucking redeemed yourself by putting Florida at 29th on the album. Well
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Anyway, the Alchemy.
God.
The Alchemy. Let's go. The Alchemy.
Still getting grilled.
The Alchemy. I don't give a
The
fuck.
Alchemy.
It's my opinion. Fuck you if you disagree. Good for you. I'm just kidding. Good for you. The Alchemy.
The Alchemy. Who's starting?
She's moving to Kansas. Dun, dun, dun. It's actually in Missouri. Dun, 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 to Missouri, Kansas City. Dun, 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 dun. It's 'cause
We have the
she gets
Alchemy.
married. Is this mine? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yep.
Let me search it. Okay, this one's gonna get some slack. No, I'm gonna shoot. And I'm gonna say it's 15.
15? Oh. 21, so not far off.
It was 12, but I've replaced it in my head. So it's moved a little. Some of these are like kind of moving on the moment. I really don't have anything to say about this one. Oh yeah, dude, it's the positive one. We even compared a song, this one to this one, on the Guts song album to this one. We compared.
Yeah, So American we compared to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really nice. It's nice to hear Taylor Swift happy for the first time in about 7 albums. I'm just kidding. It's nice to know that there's something positive coming out of her life. No, in all honesty, it is a nice. It's a rare wholesome. Like usually it's like there's a slight undertone of like he's actually a piece of shit, but I still love him. But like in this one, it's like no, he's a good guy. I like him. It's going great. Everyone else agrees. Everything's fucking perfect. You know, it's almost like she's enchanted. It's almost like she's in a love story.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Really, it's like overall, I love like the message is probably actually the standout. I think like everything else about the song itself is arguably like
it's also kind of catchy.
It's kind of catchy, but at the end of the day, I think as far as like melodies and as far as production goes, it's probably one of the like most standard ones here. It's not really like anything too crazy standoutish. I
I
never
w-
went back to
would
it
I would
afterwards,
I would put it here though.
but
I'll let you continue, but I
it's
would put it like here-ish. I would put it here actually.
yeah, low
Here.
good.
I'll
Yeah.
put it here above. It's kind of hard because I'm no longer looking at it
Oh.
where I would put it in general. I'm looking at where I would put it on the album that we already have ranked. Now we have it ranked. It's kind of weird. I'm not actually putting where it would be. I gotta pay more attention. The Alchemy would probably be in its good either way, so it'd probably be here.
No, it'd be in good anyway. Yeah. So that's fine. Yeah. Overall, I like the message of it. It's written all right. I like there's some football references in there and stuff, but
Yeah,
at
some
the end of the day,
American
I think
football
it's-
references in it. You know, touchdowns, field goals. You know. Okay,
As much as
John.
it sounds fucked up, like well, I say emotional Taylor's better. I mean, the top few were actually
Yeah, fuck
very,
you.
very different.
Dude, that's kind of what this.
each other.
This reminds me of what people were doing to the Kid Leroy, where they were like spamming his comments, like, "Please break up with him." He was still with Katarina. Break up with him. We need a good album. And to be fair, worked. He had some good songs on that album.
Well, she broke up with him and it totaled his album rollout, caused it to be a commercial flop.
But's important.
Fucked over his career.
To be fair, his current album is not commercially well. Is a fan favorite. His fan base loves it wholeheartedly. So he did good with impressing his fan base. He's also, by the way, what he's about to do.
That's not about it.
Relevant, but a cool thing he is doing, by the way, I want to tell you this because this is not really gonna be about time. The deluxe he's doing is actually a cool concept. He's letting his fans pick all their favorite leaked songs, and he's gonna end an era. So he's just gonna put the everyone's favorite thing and post it as a deluxe for the album, and then move on from there and start a new era, and be done with the leaks. I say that actually his next single is a leak. Anyway, yeah, I would put it right there. I think it's a good spot. It's very positive. It's catchy, works well.
Final song on the original, Clara Bow.
This is your turn.
I've got it at 23.
Oh, wow. That actually does shock me. Wow. No, that shocks me a lot. I thought this was going to be our biggest disagreements. So, mine's at 20. It was my least favorite initially. Like, I just didn't like it. It didn't stand out. There's nothing good about it to me. I was like, okay, yeah, cool, we get it. You're like this person, like this. There's nothing cool about it.
Did you think it was
raised
going to
up.
be one of my top?
Yeah. Because at first it felt like it was, but I raised it. I raised it a little bit over time. It kind of worked its way up, and I was like, okay, it's actually kind of good. It's all right.
I respect it more than I like it. Like,
Same.
If I'm being honest with you, like, I like the message she's going for and everything, but similar to, like, the Alchemy or whatever, while the message is the standout, in terms of, like, compositionally, production-wise, it really does feel like one of the more boring tracks on the album. Yeah, well, that's a good tier for it.
I think we need to put, I don't think this is a good placement. I feel like
maybe
Bad Daddy, I
slightly
Love Him.
above.
No, I feel like, no, this is good. I think Bad Daddy, I Love Him should go up one tier. Where did you have that?
No, I had Bad Daddy, I Love Him down at 26.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair. But I had it at 14.
Yeah, this probably weighs out slightly better. Maybe Clara Bow's slightly above, but they're both indecent either way, I think.
No, Clara Bow's
yeah.
worse. No, it's worse. Definitely worse. And if you think about it, no, it's worse. Because we're at 20 and 23, so it balances out around 22. If you're at 26 and I'm at 14, it balances around 20-ish, so it'd be slightly ahead.
Either way, though, it's well written, but past the writing, like vocally, production-wise, melodies, it's not really anything special.
Either way.
And yeah, I don't think there's much to say about it. It's kind of like I feel like if I'm being honest with you, it's probably the most forgettable on the album, on the original album at least. So
Yeah. I think we hop directly just straight into it.
yeah.
Just swap right over. We're officially done with the original album. Now we're on to the album Siamese. Is it Siamese? No. What is it? What is the twin where it's like you're connected at the neck? Is it Siamese?
Siamese twin?
Yeah, Siamese twin. This is the album Siamese Twin.
The Anthology?
We're both thinking, yeah.
First track?
And I didn't that, but nah, bars. Shout out Houdini. What's the first song?
Black Dog.
Oh, is it really? Oh, that's funny. Considering the line I just thought of in my head. Wow, that's actually really weird. Okay, yeah, wow, really weird. Okay. Who's my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta find it. Hold on. I have it at 29.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of spoiled that before. I've got it at 17.
Oh, I didn't know you caught it. I thought you missed it when I fucked
I
it up
caught
earlier.
it. I caught it. I knew it was
Oh.
down there. But yeah, no, I've got at 17, so a little higher.
Oh shit! I just realized something. This isn't good. We're having a
What?
lot in the same area for like a minute now. So in a minute, we're just gonna have a lot of like big ass separation. We're filling
Oh well,
the
we'll
gap.
figure it out.
Just pause.
Figure it out.
It could all be positive though. To be fair, we are closing out a lot of the
So-
20s right now.
So for the Black Dog,
Oh shit! No, we're not.
I just think it's well written. It's catchy.
My bottom three, my bottom four
I-
are gone. 5 are gone.
I like the build up, like the na 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 screaming. I love the way that builds up, but past that, there's nothing
It could go up.
interesting.
This is one of the ones I want to
feel
know
like
that could go up.
as far as the anthology goes, I feel like there are much more interesting songs in every aspect. The only reason I think it's one of the bigger ones on the anthology, like it's like third or fourth biggest on the anthology, I think is purely because it's the opener to it. But yeah, it's certainly one of the more forgettable ones on the anthology. And
Would you agree that's good placement?
high decent,
Maybe low good. Because I think it is a
high
good
decent
song.
or low good for sure.
But I also think "But Daddy I Love Him" is a good song, so it's kind of confusing. I think all of them are good songs, which is the weird part. I don't think any of them are bad. They're all good. Like there's no like I would never like I wouldn't hate. I don't dislike any of them, or like even think like oh it's whatever. Like most all of them.
No,
are,
actually, we'll
good to
put it
me.
down in decent because "But Daddy I Love Him" would actually be above it in terms of like aggregate ranking. So
Okay, well then I'll put it here. Okay.
put it in the middle of decent.
All right.
Next.
Next.
Next,
Oh, I like it too. It's a grower.
we've
for
got
sure. It'll grow on me.
I'm Gonna Get You Back.
Where you at? Okay, found it. It's you.
Here
I
we
said
go.
that one first.
This might be the disagreement. I've got I'm Gonna Get You Back at 5.
This isn't a disagreement. It is a disagreement, but like not a bad one. It started out very low, but every time I played it, it has jumped spots. So like if I go back to it, it'll probably jump more spots. It's jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping. Right now it's only at 21, but I could see it jumping multiple, so it could go up. It's a great song. It's just kind of unfortunate to where I like all the songs above it.
Because
little bit more.
initially, I actually questioned myself when I was listening back through bits of it earlier. And
I could
thinking,
jump it
like,
all the
oh,
way
why
up to
have I
like
got- Why have I got
15.
this one at 5? Like, I get it's catchy, I get it's like well done, but what is driving above? And then I remembered, oh, this is Taylor Swift's single best vocal performance on the album. Go figure.
Like I said, it
So,
could jump up, so I'm cool with like settling a little bit here.
Because you remember, because the backing vocals on that bridge is easily her best vocal performance on the album.
Yeah, that
This
was
is on
that one.
hers.
Yeah.
but
Boo. Boo.
no, it's brilliantly done. I think
They
it's
call her
well written.
Florence because that's where her vocal range is. The floor, hence.
Now, as for
I'm kidding. I don't mind
you
Florence.
are going.
I'm just fucking with y'all. I'm just fucking with y'all. Relax. Damn.
Keep digging. Keep digging.
I'm not digging.
Um,
She's good at what she does. I just don't like her voice. That's complete. All due respect to her. I would like to check out some more though.
No, it
already
was
said that.
easily like I'm Gonna Get You Back was easily my most
Leave some
listened to off
recommendations.
the anthology. I went back to it a bunch. Yeah, no, it's just well done all round. It's great writing, great production. I love the little like dun, 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 and it gets really experimental with the way it cuts in and out, which I'm pretty sure is Jack Antonoff. It might be Aaron Dessner. I'm not, because Aaron Dessner did most of the anthology, but either way, no, I'm very happy with it. For me, it would probably be in like low absolute fave. I don't know about you though, because you said it is growing, but it's probably not there yet.
I'd have. What does the chorus sound like? Can you remind me?
Whether I'm gonna be your wife or gonna smash up your bike,
Oh,
haven't decided yet. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you back.
I'll put it above Florida. That's easy for me.
I mean, it's not about Florida.
Well, I mean, it technically is though. So
On aggregate ranking, yes.
I'll put it above Florida.
So we'll put it.
So just
yeah,
look at that. Dylan says that all three of these songs are better in Florida. You know where I put Florida? Maddie Healy's bum, right next to it. I think I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking around, guys.
oh.
Relax.
Oh. I was like. Grrr.
This would be equivalent actually where I would probably end up putting it, but I really wish there was I really wish we could have it. It's giving ick, but for every section, because if it's so, I would put it like it's good, but like it's good giving ick, like it's good, but there's an ick in it. Like that'd be nice if we had just an ick section for each one, because that would be appropriate. Because like just because one song has
ick.
An ick is something that irks you, or icks you. It's like something.
Just
An ick is something that it is something that like you hear and you're like, ugh. Like it's you can describe it a little bit more. It's just another excuse for our fucking generation to like,
whatever.
to like. No. Whenever teenage girls say it, it's different. Like no, the whole actual trend of ick, and teenage boys too, but the whole trend is mostly teenage girls. The fucking it's giving ick, or that's an ick. It's actually a fucking trend. There's a TikTok dude who actually started a joking video where he made notes, and he goes on TikTok and he looks for interviews of girls who are like, oh, that gives me an ick. Or he's like, oh, I can't stand when guys do blank. And then he fucking zooms out, tabs out, and goes to his list and fucking adds another one. He's at like list fucking 500. One of them, like one of the girls was like, I just don't like it whenever they don't have a father. And then he just put as an ick. And he put things that do it. Said, don't let your dad die or leave. And then he like started, and then it's funny because you go on this, you scroll through, and it's like, don't have asthma, be able to walk. It's just you see him going down the list. Or like, and one of them was like, don't sneeze. One was like, don't laugh. Another one was don't cry. Another one was don't smile. One of them was don't breathe, because somebody was like talking about how people breathe. It's like, don't sleep, because how certain people sleep. The whole thing is just a list of things not to do, and it's the most fucking hilarious shit ever. Because it was making fun of the
die.
It's making fun of the amount of different icks people have, because ick is a stupid thing. People need to verbalize what they have and also not be picky bastards.
Anyway, look, next song.
Ick can't have a pick with an ick. This one was interesting. This was immediately my. Is this yours or mine?
My God, I think.
Oh. What was the last one?
Is it? Oh no, so you'll go first now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's yours. I did. I'm gonna get you back first.
Yeah, you did. You did because I did like dog. Okay. I would put it. Where's it at on my thing? What song? Oh yeah, immediately was my Immediately was my favorite. Like when I heard it, I was like, "This is my favorite so far." But then it dropped, and it kind of went up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Pause. It ended up at 7 for me.
Okay. I've got it at 15. So
right,
bit of a disagreement, not like horrific disagreement.
If this was on Guts, it would be a horrific disagreement. But but unfortunately, any other album, this would be a horrific disagreement. But if it's Taylor Swift or Morgan Wallen, we're fine. If it's just Taylor Swift, Morgan Wallen, or like the fucking greatest hits of Michael Jackson, we're fine.
But no, this is another song that I feel like I respect more than like.
It's a cool ass concept too.
I completely respect.
Can you move it up one
the
spot
writing,
because of the thumbnail?
The delivery, melody.
Can you move it up one spot? Just one individual spot.
That's our reaction. That has nothing to do with the song.
Yes, it does. It does, bro. The pictures of the Albatross. Go look at our search up our reaction to the Albatross and look at our thumbnail.
No, everything above it, dude. No, I'm sorry. The
Please,
thumbnail's amazing. I love it.
The fucking Albatross picture's hilarious. I might actually make that my new. I've been looking for a new Discord profile picture. I might make it the Albatross.
Yeah.
And just fucking.
It's funny because in the video we were dead set on it immediately. We were like, we have to have albatrosses in the cover. As soon as we saw the image of one.
And I was horribly upset when I was like, okay, just easy. Another Taylor Swift thumbnail. I started doing it, and I was like, which one is it? And you're like, the Albatross. I went, okay, cool. Made it, and I went, oh fuck. And I googled Albatross. Started having to fucking put it together.
Either way, though, no,
like, damn it.
I love the writing is really good on it. Melodically, it's pretty good. Instrumentally and production wise, it's nothing like mind blowing. And so to me, honestly, the reason it's where it is mainly just as I said, like it's more I respect it than like it, especially.
I respect it,
but at the end of the day, I think there are as much as the writing was a standout here, I think there are other tracks on the anthology that stand out more in their songwriting. So that's just.
I think it's one of my favorite. Like, it's really 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 well written. It's cool to look at. Like, we were looking at the annotations. It was one of the biggest standouts when it came to its meanings and each line and what it was trying to say and reference. It's also unique. It's I didn't know what the fucking albatross was. I've never heard anybody make a song about an albatross. It's unique, very unique, and it was still able to be done in a good way. There was melodies. It's hard for me to individualize songs without hearing them. The second I hear them, I'm like, oh yeah. I just know that I liked the melody of it. I don't think it was an exceptional melody. It was just a solid melody. I liked it. It was soothing. It was cool. It was just a good song. It was just overall a good song. I really liked it. I think it was really well put together. Something about it just stands out. I don't know what it does. It felt like it was going to be my number one, but it just didn't stand up to the ones I had ahead of it. And that's just really the reason it's not. No shit, Zach. Where would you put it?
Where would I put it?
Because I would put it in perfect. I don't really. I would put it top of it's great. Because I don't think that it. I don't think it's perfect. I think there's things that could have changed.
That's probably a
but it is
position.
great. It's fucking excellent. It's just there's like.
I would
maybe it
have
could've
had
been
it like
more in my
low and
face.
it's great. You would have had it probably in perfect. Or
Ish.
close to at least. So we'll say top of great. That's probably
Alright.
fair.
Next song.
Next song we have got Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus.
Okay, the one where she called him gay. Okay, just kidding. No. Where is it at? Where did? Okay,
Oh well,
so is
yeah,
it
you're
mine?
not kidding.
It's yours, isn't it?
It's mine.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got this at 27.
Oh, almost. I am at 25.
It's not far off.
Yeah, it grows though. It initially was like my least favorite, but the chorus kind of got catchy. And also, I forgot the first names. So in my chart when I was just trying to write it quick while I was cleaning, I just titled it names Sophia and Marcus because I couldn't remember the other two names. I was just like names. And I was like, okay, I don't know. So it's just names Sophia and Marcus. Still with
I feel
capitals.
like this
Had time for
one,
that.
I just feel like is a little bit, you know. Like
It's
the
like
only
you
reason,
said,
literally the only reason I remember the song and why I remember it from the others is purely because of, like,
Marcus.
the arm around you named Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus. That's the only line I remember from the song, and past that, the rest of it I just completely forgot about. And
Yeah.
even listening back through, I was like, I feel like I haven't heard this.
The chorus
Like,
of the
it's just very forgettable.
I am. Like, some of that melody right there is catchy. It's why it really
It's not
could be
even the
lower.
chorus.
I know. That's why I said the chorus are actually just a melody. I corrected myself. There's parts of it that are alright. Overall, I
Yeah,
think it'll
production
probably
wise and melodically, it's kind of like
it could drop.
songs,
I
you know,
think, for
it's-
example, there's a few. Like I definitely think that like the Black Dog is probably I should probably move that up. But I don't know which one I'm not moving. I'm just kidding. It should be probably above that one too. If I'm being honest. But I don't have anything to say about it. Same thing. It's like it's really basic. In the video, you even made a joke where it just sounded like an excuse to hint that he might be gay or bi, and it low key does. It really seems like its only purpose. It's really that one line, and everything else is just like right over my head. Nothing else. So I personally would put it at just mid. I'd put it at the very bottom of that. I'd just say it's fucking It's kind of funny because these are the two fucking ones we were referring to as like the X outs of Maddie Healy, and they're the least good songs.
They were funny. They were funny references,
They were funny.
right?
They were funny for
Right,
videos.
you got a small dick. You're gay. But at the end of the day, it's like past that, like the songs themselves were not too interesting
Alright.
around them. So, like,
All right, next song.
yeah.
Oh,
Next
fuck, I bit my
song
lip.
we have got "How Did It End."
Okay, is this you? This is me.
This
No,
is
it's you. It's you. No, it's you.
you.
Is it? Yeah, it is
It's
me.
you.
Yeah, it's me. I have it at 11.
Oh, 14.
Okay, so we agree. Cool.
14. We're on the same sort of page here.
Where are we putting it?
Well,
Let's put it first and then talk about it.
it'll probably be like based on aggregate ranking. It will be just below the Albatross. It'll be somewhere in great.
Right here, yeah.
But overall,
No, it would be here.
somewhere lower around. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There, that's fine.
Yeah, probably there.
All round.
First, of all, we got a good balance right now. Not on the best right now, but like in general, we have a good little balance going on down here. You got like 3 up higher and 2 lower. Like it's starting to balance itself out.
So overall, I think it's a great song. I think like
The fuck is Lakimbi? You see that?
I
ad?
love like my main
They can't,
favorite
but we
part about
can.
it, right? Is
If you were anybody,
just
you'd know to take
the
a Lakimbi.
writing, like, and the message as well, like to where it feels like her as a storyteller has to tell people how the story goes, like she can't have a private life. That's the message I get from it, at least, like, because she's talking about how she's telling stories or whatever. She feels like the storyteller, and I kind of related to it in one sense because, like when it comes to like my friend group, for example, right? I don't drink, right? So a lot of the time, what would happen is like we might have these crazy nights out or whatever, and because I'm the only one who doesn't drink, I'm the only one who remembers it. So then the next morning, everyone's like, "Oh, what the fuck happened?" And I'm like, "Well, here's what happened. Here's the tea," and I'll just sit down and basically explain to everyone what happened, and then they'll either be like, "Oh," or they'll be like, "Fuck." So I always felt like I was the storyteller in the group, and it's interesting because I'm also like the one who writes songs in the fucking group, which is hilarious.
Coincidental.
But coincidental.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift feels like that. She feels like because she's the songwriter that she has to tell people how the story ends, and yeah, melodically as well, it's pretty solid. Production wise as well, but easily the songwriting's a standout. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't have as much to say about it as you. I just remember, I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm starting to forget a lot of them. I just remember, like, I really liked the song. I mean, it was hard because there's a lot of songs below it that I really liked, and it just, like, slowly battled its way up, and it really only stopped because it hit a few of them. It could have kept going up. It's a really solid song. Can you remember what the chorus is? How did it end? I remember that's the ending
How
of it.
did it end?
Can you give me something else? Trigger my brain. Fuck, you don't remember either.
I'll
Okay.
back to it in a minute.
So, it's a good-ass song. Like, my rankings were official. So, like, when I go over the things that have changed, but overall, like, when I listened to it, I thought about it well. So, if it's at 11, I meant to put it at 11. That's all I need to tell you guys. That's all I need to say. Boo-hoo.
Didn't you
Our
say
reactions
before
on
that it
YouTube.
wasn't final?
I mean, like, when I say final, I mean, like, okay, let me rephrase that. No, it's not final, but I'm trying to state, I did go over them a few times, like in the top, if they're in the top area, I was sure that they needed to be there. Where exactly, I don't know. But if I put it at 11, something about it stood out to me, is what I'm saying. All right, next.
Next, we have got So High School.
Okay. Is this you or me? I'm not paying attention.
It's me, I think.
Okay, go ahead.
31.
Okay, this is because of the production, isn't it?
It's a lot of things. You can.
I think it's kind of vibey. I had it at 26, but it's overall no. It's
Oh, okay. I was scared you were gonna have it really high up, but yeah.
It really just dropped. I mean, if I'm being honest, it could have dropped a few more too. It could have gone up one or two as well. It really just kind of depended.
But this is actually like this is one of only 2 songs that actually gives me ick. The other one obviously got bumped up because it was one.
Isn't
of your favorites,
Snow High
but-
School? Doesn't she say like "touch me while your friends play"? Is that one? Is that this one? Or is that Alchemy?
No, that was a different one.
You know,
was
Blink.
it this one?
It was this one because you know when and I know Aristotle. You know Blink and
Yeah.
I know Aristotle. Touch me while your
but
bros
no,
play Grand Theft Auto.
I think it is like
True
hands
poet.
down the worst on the in every way really. I don't think like to me there is nothing here that's too redeemable. Like a lot of people, I feel, and here's the thing: it is the single biggest on the anthology, so I know I may get flack for this, but dude, I don't hear it at all. What the fuck? Like to me, it's just like
I hear it. It was catchy to me a little bit.
like. What I don't get is a lot of people I feel like are going back to this, and a lot of people are liking it because it's about Travis. You know, it's one of only 2 songs on the.
We
whole
know
thing
the
that's
smallest
about
man
Travis.
wasn't about Travis because that shit would just be a false.
Um,
just be a fucking false.
but I think
know.
like the Alchemy did everything this is trying to do, but significantly better. I just think, like, yeah, and as far as the vocals and production go, it is the worst vocal performance on the album. It is the worst production on the album. Melodically, it is like there's a high school. It's like, no, why is she going that high? Like,
I don't
what the
remember
fuck?
the entry number 13 of Dylan not liking a
And the
chorus because it has a high
writing,
note.
is not enough, dude.
I know,
She's going in such a
Dylan,
cute
Dylan,
voice.
did you hear what I said though? Dylan, I said whether it's true or not, I'm just gonna point out every time you say it because I just wanted to point out that it is a fact. Whether it be right or wrong, I need to prove my point.
Okay, to be fair, I put Fresh Out the Slammer up high, and she goes like, no, pretty babe. She actually does a very similar tone to So High School, but in So High School, the production around it and her tone does not suit it.
My
at
point
all.
still stands.
And
It is, to be fair, you're right, but it still stands.
whatever. But yeah. For me, just yeah. When I hear it, that's a like automatic turn that shit off.
Yeah.
It's
Honestly, if I'm being honest, I'm cool with that. I would just put it in the very bottom of mid.
I would have put it in,
and it can stay there.
Egg.
Well, then I would put it in here. I'd just leave it there. Then it'll probably just stay there. I don't think it's totally mid. I think it's it's not terrible. It's bad, but it's not like it's fine.
But
It's
if you're
passable.
calling it bad, and I'm saying it's an easy ick.
It's not
at least
it's
top
not
of ick. You know?
But here's the problem: this is the issue with the measurements we have. We should have bad and then ick, or not great, or not.
It's easily the lowest aggregate.
There needs to be
ranking.
one. Yeah, we need to put one. There really should have been one in between it's giving ick, because the problem is you can't put ick is weird. Ick is not necessarily the worst. You can't put something in ick without like if I put something
ick
in
is like there is.
I'm indicating there's
like,
an ick, but I don't think there. I think there's there's bad parts, but like I still like it was when I played it. I remember liking it. I remember liking part of it the first time around, and it just kind of dropped a little bit because of production and shit. But it really wasn't that bad. Like I don't remember the chorus enough to remember it, but I remember kind of liking it a little bit. So I don't know if I put it in ick. I will put it in ick just because, but
I don't know.
I
I just feel like
Yeah, we'll move on. We'll move on. I hate it here. It is me, right? Yeah, I hate it here.
Yeah.
8.
7.
Look at that. Okay, thank God.
Okay. Yep.
Banger.
One of the best melodies on the album.
Yeah, definitely.
No question. The
Can you
concept
remind
is
me?
great.
Can you remind me of the
The
melody?
writing is great.
I think I agree with you, but I need you to remind me.
I'm here there most of the year, but I hate it here. It's I hate it here.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's a great song.
It was probably second or third most that I returned to on the anthology. Easily a standout on it.
Not me. I didn't return to it.
Again, it's a great melody, and the writing and concept is great as well. How she's talking about the fact that she's so sick of everything around her that she literally will dream about all these other places or whatever just to get away from it. And
isn't it above imgonnagetyouback then? Yeah, it would be here. Sorry.
Yeah, but all round, yeah, it's just a terrific song, and songs like this that make me wonder why So High School is the biggest.
Deja vu.
Yeah, oof.
The next song. Oh God, my deja vu is correct. Okay, shit, I just got an indication. Okay.
Thank you, aIMee.
Okay. It's you.
It's me. I have this one at 24.
Oh shit, I have it at 22. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. We're kind of in the same area. The only weird take I have is I have it above 2 songs that it shouldn't really be above, but I can tell you one of them. One of them was I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
Well, what about Florida? I mean,
okay, that's not a good one. We disagree about that one, so we can leave that one alone.
Motherfucker.
Boo-hoo. It could probably go up. I'm saying, that was the one that could go up. I kind of saw it, and I was like, that could definitely go up. But I was like, I really honestly forgot to get to it before we started recording. It probably does go up. I said that immediately after I said
thank you, aIMee.
I said it's 31, and it could definitely jump up a lot. I word for word said
I don't want to jump back and spend a minute on it every
We're
time.
not. I'm stating my defense. You can't make a comment and I don't respond.
Thank you, aIMee. I think, and to be fair, we'll get to the other one in a minute, right? But to me, I don't. Maybe it's because I have little context on the situation with Kim K and Kanye. Maybe I've just been too in the dark, so it doesn't hit at all for me. But to me, the 2 songs about her on the album just kind of it kind of feels like they have a little less energy, especially given that the only knowledge I had about it was what was happening in 2016, 2017. Then it went quiet for 7 years, and apparently it came out a few years ago with stuff, the phone calls. But can you please not do that when I'm talking? Okay.
I'm actually that was a genuine yawn, Dylan. That wasn't a fake yawn.
You held the mic right up to.
I'm fucking tired. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
God damn.
Stop saying that before your ass goes to hell.
I think. To me, it just kind of falls a little.
God, please don't.
You look at the last big publicity thing I knew about it was she did look what you made me do about it. Ironic, and I thought like, okay, yikes. And the whole media was obviously on Kim and Kanye's side at the time, and a lot of people have gone on to like correct us or whatever, or talk about it more so. I still don't know too much about the situation, and I'm not gonna let any sense of like who am I fan of as an artist or whatever get in the way of what's actually happening here. Because I feel like there's a bit of that. I feel like Kanye and Taylor Swift fans have a bit of a rivalry to where they'll you know, but that's a whole other topic. I think to me these two just kind of they don't really jump out at me. And while yes, I think like the ending, how she's talking about like, oh, your daughter's gonna be singing this song and like only we'll know it's about you. Yeah, that kind of like is a bit of a pound. But as a song, it really doesn't do too much. To be honest with you.
I'm mostly in agreement. It was a little. It kind of was higher and then it went down. It was low, went high, and then I pulled it back down. That is a really
Maybe
funny
like
joke you can make right there.
Bottom
But
decent,
that's kind of what I would say. I think it's definitely
because it's above the other two in mid for sure. And I'd say it still
Yeah.
does. Like it still
Yeah,
has
yeah.
kind of a bit of moments. So I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Next song,
Next
yeah.
song is "I Look in People's Windows."
which by the way I paid no attention to the first time. Like I just want to note that. Like in the video, I literally paid zero attention. Because I didn't get to be in the video, and neither did you. So we didn't pay attention to the video. We weren't there.
Oh yeah, we didn't really
We weren't there. So how the fuck are we supposed to pay attention
Yeah.
to it? Like, so we went back to it off camera, obviously, and it took a minute. I didn't get to, and then the first time I heard it, I still didn't pay attention to it, and so then I had to give it more time, and then I finally came back to it, and then kind of listened to it, and I was like, oh, it's actually a solid. Is it my turn or your turn?
think it's yours.
Okay, well, what was last? It was you, because you said 20.
It's your turn.
Yeah, it was you. Oh, yeah, okay, it's my turn. I have it at 18.
Okay, a
It's
bit
actually a
higher
solid
than me. I say a bit higher. I got it at 29.
Damn, I thought it was actually a solid song. Have you gone back to it?
It's a weird. Yeah, I've gone back to it.
Solid. I think it's solid. I like it.
Ish. I mean, the only issue I mainly have is like it's only 2 minutes 11. It's incredibly short. But unlike something like I Can Fix Him, within that, what does it do with that 2 minutes? It makes a song that is like in the same sort of style and the same sort of vibe as the rest of the anthology, or at least similar enough.
I think it's a little bit unique.
But then, like writing wise and melodically, it doesn't jump out at all, but there's not really enough content to really expand on it. So it feels like the concept could have been fleshed out more with another verse. Overall, it just kind of feels, and it does when I listen through it, like whether with the album or as a song, it feels like a fragment. And to be fair, a lot of the anthology is throwaway bonus tracks, but this one is probably the one that feels the most like a throwaway. To me, it's just kind of like, yeah.
Is this good? Or should it be?
Oh, no, lower than that.
Well, because I put it at 18. So it can't be lower than this or Clara. Where'd you put Clara Bow?
Clara Bow, I had it at 23.
And I had it at 20. So it should be around about Clara. It should probably be like right behind
No,
it,
it should
maybe.
be lower than that.
It should be lower than Thank You, AIMee. Because I had... we had
Bottom
22,
of
24.
decent or top of mid?
It can't be high.
Yeah.
It can't be below Thank You, AIMee, though.
Yeah, I mean, you only had it a couple spots lower. I had it like
So Thank You, AIMee was 24
5
and 20.
spots higher.
Thank You, AIMee
So
was 24 and 22.
aggregately, Thank You, AIMee is ever so slightly above it. Okay, so
Yeah. No. What? Oh, wait.
yes,
How?
you had it 4 spots. You had it 4 spots below. I had it 5 spots above.
Yeah, I don't. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. Next song.
But barely. Yeah. Next song is The Prophecy.
It's you.
4.
Okay. All right. That one caught me off guard. I had it. I have it at 15, but give me a minute here. Another one that like I hadn't really remembered and only reheard a minute ago, and well, I say a minute ago. We've been recording for an hour and 45 minutes. When I heard it, when I listened to it back, it was a good song. So like it was already up there. So another one that I think could shoot way up. So like I'm with you. This is just like for me. This is literally just like wait a minute, hold on. I never put Florida back. You sneaky fuck. You almost got me too. You almost fucking got me. You didn't point that out, did you? You fucker.
No.
It's where it belongs. No. I kind of do what I do with like what we did with one of them. I don't remember which one it was, but I'm cool to be a little bit of lenient on this one because it's a good ass song. I think the only issue I have with it is there was like a few little questionable biblical lines that kind of were like
to me.
How are we doing right now?
To me, it's all round like it's easily the best on the anthology. For me, I think in terms of like the way it's written and everything, it's just perfect. The melodies and everything, the production builds up nicely with the little swells in the background. I think as well, like the melody and the way it's structured, like, and we even said in the video itself, like when it was like, please, like rewrite the prophecy, and the way it was structured was very unique. Like the way she structured the schemes and everything is very uniquely written. And,
like I said, I forgot about it. And I only got to hear it for a second, so it could have been way
There's a
higher.
good reason. I'm honestly really happy that this is like one of the biggest on the anthology. Like if I look at here, it's actually the third biggest on the anthology actually, which is so a lot of people went back to this one, and yeah, no, absolutely, it's easily for me, it's like easily one of the strongest and one of the ones I went back to a few times. I haven't gone back to too much off the anthology because I started burning out a little bit.
Which one?
One
of these do we put above Florida? One of them was above. I Hate It Here, or I'm gonna Get You Back was above Florida.
I'm gonna get you back was.
Okay, and then I Hate It Here was below, and then where do we want to put this one?
I'd put it in perfect.
I'll
put it in absolute fave. I'd put it in absolute.
And I would probably put it.
Fave.
I would probably put it in. It's great right now, but it could be perfect. So I think we agree, and we just kind of toss it right here somewhere.
Somewhere in perfect, yeah.
I think we put it here solely because we agreed on I'm gonna get you back's placement.
Yeah.
Even though it was actually lower on my list, after thinking about it, I tossed it way up. Well, yeah.
Next one. We've got Cassandra, the other
Kimmy.
Yay,
Yeah.
where'd you have this one?
Actually, well, my bad, guys. I actually kind of like this one, but not enough because it's still at 19. But still, I kind of liked it. I think it sounds cool. That was my note to it. Was it sounded kind of ominous? Sounded cool.
So we've got a few differences here. I got it at 28. It's
so we disagreed realistically.
One of the weaker on the album.
Okay, cool.
So.
It's kind of cool because I had one at 18 and you had it 29, and then I had one at 19, you had it 28. So those two right there, we kind of like disagreed almost perfectly differently. About 10 on each of them. It's kind of cool.
But yeah, I will say, I think this is the weaker of the two, in my opinion. Of the Kim K ones, mainly because Cassandra doesn't really have as much of a punch. Like, and while you could argue,
it just sounded cooler.
Cassandra's about like, you know, the fact that nobody would listen to her, and now she's asking, will you listen to me now? But at the end of the day, I think that what she's talking about on Thank You, AIMee, where she's talking about the way that she was able to grow as a person.
Yeah, Cassandra's
from it, as well. And also, like, Cassandra has no punches like the end of Thank You, AIMee. It doesn't stand out as much.
I think
in any way, it's just to me, it's kind of like boring. And even in the reaction, I was very weak on it in the reaction. I stand by it now. It's just I feel like Thank You, AIMee did everything better on it, and to me, it kind of feels like just another excuse to go at her again. And while yes, the meaning is different, I get that, and I can get why people would like it. At the end of the day, I don't. And
basically, all it is for me is it's like I think basically everything but the opposite. I think that Thank You, AIMee had a bigger smack and all, but just to double check, Cassandra was the one where she was basically saying like the crowd was it one where the crowd got loud and then whatever the jury ruled, whatever, they got quiet or no one said anything. Is that the right one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry if we're like a little loose with our memory, guys. There are 31 songs. Bear with us.
Yeah. I think that it does everything. I like it more. I think it feels more genuine. I think Thank You, AIMee is a little like it's good, but it almost feels a little silly. Like it's like Thank You, AIMee is just a secret way to say fuck you, Kim, which is kind of weird. And then at the end of it, it's basically like, yeah, but me and your daughter listen to the song saying, fuck you, I win. It's like, yeah, it is a good burn, I won't lie. It is a good pull, but it's like, I just think that Cassandra, whatever it is, sounds very genuine. It feels a little bit more like emotionally driven. Seems like a little bit more like genuine. And a little bit less like get backy. It doesn't seem. I don't mean emotional in the sense that it's sad. I mean like there's more emotion in it. Like Thank You Amy is like petty, and then like, but like not like a super driven way. It's just like fuck it, I'm having fun. I need to get you back, but I learned from it. But it's okay. But it's like really not. It's super passive aggressive because it's like she's like, but I learned from no BS. You did not.
But you can't lie.
You made a song called "Fuck You, Kim."
Cassandra does.
But to me, it does everything better.
Cassandra does live in Thank You Amy's shadow on the album. Like,
what do you mean?
Like, whenever if anyone's gonna think about the time
a song that disses Kim, they're gonna think because the song's basically called "Fuck You, Kim."
No, not even disses, but talk about. Nobody's gonna think of Cassandra.
Yeah, but I think that's just because of once again. It's petty. People get the attention of it. The name is more jumpy because it's literally just Kim. The song itself is basically saying "fuck you." It's a lot more jumpy. It's syllable. Cassandra's a little bit more like laid back and like more thought out. And like to me, it feels like just as important. I think it's a good ass song. It sounds cool. Number one. It has a catchy chorus too, a little bit. Not like pop catchy, but like Taylor Swift catchy. I don't know if that sounds insulting or not, but I think it did it well. I like the perspective of that one a little bit better. Now that we got the two siblings measured out, I think that Cassandra would be. Where do we put? Thank you.
Well, it's somewhere indecent for sure.
Where we put Thank You? Okay. You did 20. It's basically the same thing, right? Wait, no, you put. Where'd you put Thank You, Amy? 24, and I put it at 22. I did Cassandra at 19, and you did it at 28. So Cassandra will have to be below Thank You, Amy. It won't be below Look at People's Windows, though. It'll be just ever so slightly not.
No, it'll be slightly below Thank You, Amy.
That's what I meant. I don't know if I said head.
Either way, yeah.
That's where I put it. Anyway, what's the next song?
Next song is Peter. Who's going first?
Shit.
Me.
It's you.
I have it at 6.
It's a great song. Just kidding. No, it's a great song. I feel like this is one that was kind of getting me on, like, I really feel like this should be higher. I hate to tell you this, I really actually don't remember why I left it low. There's something about it that I just cannot remember. But I had it at 23, which I want to note is a wrong placement. It's not a good placement, but I couldn't discern it yet, and it was like I liked it more than a lot. If I'm being totally honest,
you
I think
remember
it could jump
what
up to
Peter
about
was
15.
about and the way it was.
Peter.
Written,
yeah,
right?
that's look at me. That's why I said there's like 3 or 4 songs where I placed them, and I honestly forgot to move them, and that's one of them. I think it should have been higher. I think it should have been significantly higher. I don't know how long. I might not have even broken top 10, but it would have been up there. Because top 10 is basically just my personal favorites. I think it could have been up to like 10. It could have been somewhere in there.
Like,
it's too low.
I think it was like the way it was written.
It's A tier. It's top 15. Is what I'm saying.
It was just perfect, and the melodies as well. Like the melodies aren't like crazy, but they're certainly enough.
I think that was another
to
con.
drive the songwriting.
I think it's another con. I don't think I liked the melodies of it. I don't think it really stood out to me. Was that the one that was repetitive? Was like you said you were gonna grow up. Said that's why I dropped it. Yeah. So So now I remember. Yeah, no.
But that's the thing though. The repetition I think works in context because she's constantly cycling that thought in her head, and I think that's the thing about repetition is repetition works when you give it context and a reason to be there.
I mean,
and I think
yes.
in this song she does that.
I mean, I think it's a little bit more subjective there. Like, I still don't think it was like if it's worded like, oh, it's echoing in my mind, and then you repeat something, that makes sense. But if you're just like, you said this, you said you were gonna come find me, you said this, you said this, you said this, you said this, it's like, yeah, maybe it could work that way. I also think it's a little bit repetitive, but it works both ways. For me, I think it was more of a con than anything because I think she's too good of a writer to to not add like 2 or 3 more lines in right there that rhyme perfectly. She's too good at doing it. So, I don't want to. I think that dropped it. I still think it should be higher than 23 though. I do think I put it too low. But like I think I like Cassandra more than that. So I don't know how far I would pull it up. Songwriting is great though. Songwriting is way up there, but I think the other areas struggle.
I'd put it in perfect.
I would put it in probably. I still think it's I would either put it at the very top of it's good or like this or slide it into bottom of great. Maybe.
So maybe like top
middle.
of great.
More middle great would probably be. You said you put it at the top of perfect?
Top of perfect, probably.
Is this your 4, you said? Or 6?
This is my 6. So yeah, it would be the very top of perfect for me.
So I would put it like here. I'd probably put it above. I'd probably put it at the bottom of great, top of great, yeah. Yeah. What's next?
Next, Bolter. The Bolter.
Okay, so this is mine, right? All right, this one,
Yep.
This one is specifically the biggest one. This is the main one that I need to give more time to because it's growing. Like every time I heard it, it jumped and jumped and jumped. I really think it could be like, and every time I heard a little bit more of it, this one could definitely like go way the fuck up. Right now, I only have it at 17, but it could definitely go up.
That's not that's actually higher than mine. I got it at 20.
Yeah, I think it could go up though. I think the Bolter could definitely end up top 10.
It's actually interesting because one thing that we didn't know at the time, and I don't know if you even know this now. I'm just gonna check this really quick, so I can make sure that
It didn't stand out to me. It took me a few times to hear it until I liked it.
But oh well, what the fuck? Oh my fucking god! What? Oh my god! No!
What?
That is fucking insanity!
What?
Welcome back, J-Ray, I guess. Literally an hour. I just went to check because I was gonna say the Bolter is actually nearly at 1,000. It may have hit 1,000 by now. I don't know if you knew that it was actually.
What
going
did
that
J-Ray
quickly.
comment? When's the fucking tier list coming back or something?
In the middle of us recording this.
Dude, J-Ray.
In the middle of us recording this, J-Ray commented, "Well, I'm still waiting for the TTPD tier list, lol, but this is hilarious."
Well, motherfucker, we're trying. What do you want us to do? All right. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, we got to get out quicker. J-Ray is going to be mad. Not associated with the artist Ray J. Speaking of Kim Kardashian. Not associated. The artist formerly known as Ray J. yeah, that's it. Ray J is the artist we're gonna start calling you the artist formerly known as Ray J. No, just kidding. No, you're fine. I'm fucking with you. You're fine. Although I would claim it. No. In all honesty.
Put this then, 17 and
appreciate
20,
it. Thank you, J Ray. Goat.
Low good.
Wait, hold on. Didn't they say we could call him something else?
What?
Didn't J Ray say?
No,
we
there's
could call
another
him
guy. It was a person whose name is Tortured Poets. But anyway, look.
J Ray, what's your favorite
Bolter.
color? Let us know down below as well.
The Bolter.
I put it at 17. Where'd you put it? 20.
I put it at 20.
I think it could have gone up too, but
It's
we
20.
can go and place it real quick.
So we'll put it in somewhere in good.
Probably
I reckon it's
probably above down bad, right there, or below down bad
probably
actually.
about there.
No, because I actually put it above.
No,
so
probably about. So
wait, good, right? Good or bad?
Yeah.
Where did we put good?
well, when are you dragging around?
Oh
now?
fuck, where was Clara Bow? It was here, right? Yeah, because Cassandra was right below Clara Bow. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
What is this? Where is it at? Where did I put?
Dude,
Where I
what
put
the
it,
fuck
bro?
is your mind doing?
There's
right
the
now?
Bolter.
You put it in good. Yeah.
It's 242. Yeah, is it here good? It should be below. Where's down bad at? It should be below down bad, because I had down bad really high.
Yeah,
but-
all right, we'll do that.
Should actually be below the Alchemy too. No, it wouldn't. Because all right, anyway, what I
Robin.
think about it, solid. It's a good song. It's gonna grow on me though. Robin, I don't even know where I put that, bro. It slipped my mind. Oh, well, evidently I liked it. Evidently, I liked it. It's not good that it slipped my mind, but it's also 2:43 a.m.
Oh, wait, I'll go first.
Yeah.
11.
Okay, can you remind me what it is? I'm so tired.
It was the very slow one. It's the one that has a very slow melody or whatever.
Oh, shocker. I just
Way to go, Tiger.
Oh yeah. I have it.
Higher and
Yeah. I have it at 4, but it could drop one. Thank you for reminding me of that song. I have it at 4, but it could drop one behind. You're gonna get pissed off because this is what I mean. Why I like this melody so much. I have it at 4, but it very well could drop, and favorite toys can pass it because that melody is just fucking banger. It's a banger. Anyway, where do we place it? It's an incredible. It's really well done. The songwriting is incredible. It's another really wholesome song. But where should we place it? I have it. It should be like
it's somewhere upper grade probably.
Probably. I have it. It's probably would be above. It would be above this one. It'd be above Peter, right? Because I had it here and you had yours here.
No,
so
it'd be above Peter.
Right above Peter. It'd be right above Peter, but right
Yeah.
there is perfect. It wouldn't be perfect. I'm saying it'd be right there. The last one. We'll just jump to it. We talked about it. It's a great song, really well done. Okay, Manuscript. Where do you have it?
Manuscript.
It's my turn. It's my turn, isn't it?
Oh, your turn, yeah.
No, it is. I just said Robin first. No, it's not.
No, I said Robin first.
Oh, you did? Oh, shut.
Just go.
Are you sure?
Manuscript. Yes, Manuscript. Come on.
I swear I said it first because I literally did the whole build-up.
No, I said it first. Go.
Okay, all right. We got to watch this back because now.
I said it first.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll find out, won't we? The Manuscript. I had it at 10.
I had it at 10.
Great, we did this 2 times. This is the one I was mad at myself for, right? When I told you I was mad at myself, because this is the one I put below I Can Fix Him. Because I was like, it's a super deep-ass, well-done song, and the song called I Can Fix Him beat it. That's the funny part for me. And I was just laughing my ass off by seeing the Manuscript, which is this big-ass closer, and then I just have I Can Fix Him right above it, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
But the Manuscript, I'd actually, like, in retrospect, might be a better closer than Clara Bow. I mean, as a song, it's better than Clara Bow, I think.
Definitely
But
it would have fit better for the album.
Clara Bow works as a
Here's the
closer,
deal.
but
No, but here's the deal, right? It's like if I'm being totally honest, the album has nothing to do with that. Like, other than, like, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. So, like, I don't think Clara Bow should have been on the album at all. I don't think it fits. I think what would have made more sense was the Manuscript. Because she's talking about going through these different stages of guys, and she's wrapping it all up. Manuscript would have been better.
Yeah.
Clara Bow has nothing to do with it. It's really not a good
cohesive.
cohesive.
Into the great tier. Maybe that's a couple spots higher.
I didn't see where I put it, if I'm being honest. I'm lost.
Right there. Right. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
But honestly, we both put it at 10. I put that one at 4. We put it at 11, so it would be right behind this one.
Below Peter. It'd be right behind Peter.
Ish, yeah. Okay, cool. Well,
So-
look at that. We're not doing the last one because we haven't heard it. It's just some random ass remix. It's the Fortnite remix. We haven't heard it, so we can't rank it. I'll rank it.
Right.
I'll rank it. We'll just for fun. We'll put it in Maddie Healy's bum.
Yeah, remix it. Keep it to the.
That's a wild statement. I don't know where to
Shove
put
it
it.
in Matty Healy's bum.
I haven't heard it. I don't know what to think about it. Let's just shove it in Maddie Healy's bum. Let's just shove it in Maddie's. I think we should just put the whole album in Maddie Healy's bum. No,
No.
It's done.
No, that's a waste of a good album.
It's done. It's done. It's over.
You could have
finally
given that
completed
album
it.
to a homeless person, and then that'll motivate them. They'll hear, I can do it with no money at all.
13, 14, 15, 16.
I'm hungry.
Damn,
and
there's so
I'm
many songs.
homeless.
There's so many songs.
Give me the hero.
So many songs. We've almost built like a. What is that?
Alchemy.
Is that like a fucking gun with like a sight and everything? It looks like we built a gun.
The gun.
It looks like a gun. It looks like a gun.
Well,
With
guys,
like a
hope
little-
you guys like our gun. That was all.
it was actually the whole
purpose.
purpose
Actual
of this.
opinions on the song. That was the whole purpose.
We don't give a
was to
fuck. We
make
just want to
gun.
build a gun. So sorry about that.
We just spent 2 hours shuffling around things to make a fucking gun.
It's
Merry
fucking
Christmas.
3 a.m. for me, and it's all for a gun. Yeah. I don't really have anything to say other than the fact that there's the final statements. Wow, we covered a lot, so there's not much to say. We really said so much about the album during it. The only thing I will say about it is that it's too damn long, and it's not very cohesive. Those are the two finals. It is solid though. Like even the worst songs on the album to me were pretty like mid-level. So I don't think there was anything bad. I definitely think there was plenty of unnecessary though. Because like there's good songs, yes, but it's like just because you make when you're her size. Here it goes. The biggest bitch you ever lived. when you're her size as an artist, that is. Like you have time. You can really execute, make sure you pick the best of the best songs, and you can always like having it at a deluxe is one thing, but I feel like if you have a little, like if Taylor Swift released an album, right, and it was just called like the Lost Poems, or the something, but like some cool ass name with a cool ass cover, and she was like, hey, this is just a bunch of songs that either I didn't finish or I made at one point in my career that I didn't want just sitting around because I did like them, they were good to me, I just don't think that they were exceptional. So I'm going to put all these out, and these are for anybody who wants to listen to them, may like them, and they might be personal to somebody. That would be cool with me, personally. That would be dope. That's a cool concept, right? But just throwing them all together on an album, being like, this is on purpose. It's like, it doesn't feel like an album, it really just feels like a compilation. Like,
no,
really
I mean, that's how the
to
anthology
me.
feels. To me, the album does feel cohesive in the like the original album, mostly. But to me, I feel like the anthology, I mean, then again, that's what the anthology is, though. It's not meant to be a cohesive, like, story. It's meant to be just a bunch of extra songs or whatever so people get to hear more Taylor Swift. That's really what it is.
But, like,
and
I still
think it's really good. I still think,
yeah,
like...
Yeah, it is. It's good.
And
I
feel like,
too.
Like, overall, like,
As a whole, I like it,
I initially said it might be Taylor Swift's best album. I look back at whatever, and I actually do prefer Midnight's to this overall. Like, I feel like Midnight's is just a lot more cohesive and consistent. As much as I said consistency was the strong point here, I do walk that back a bit. It wasn't as consistent as I first said in retrospect, and it is weird because it's a weird aging album. Like, because so far Fortnight is not aging the best. A lot of people are like pulling that back off rotation very quickly. The radio is kind of like, and they're already gravitating towards Down Bad and I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. The fans obviously like most of the album cuts better than the single, and overall it's weird because the album is both aging well, but also like it seems to be aging worse because the single was not anybody's favorite at all. Compared to Midnight's, where Antihero was also a fan favorite on top of being the single. So, which is why this album is probably going to have a really weird impact more than anything. And I think like in terms of its longevity, I think it really depends on how she pushes the singles going forward. Yeah. And hopefully she picks some really good ones. I'm telling you, Florida should be a fucking single. There's a music video concept for it as well. Like,
you're right, it should be a single. The single song she takes and chooses to throw into the fucking Everglades in Florida for the Gators to eat and remove off the album. I'm kidding. I'm joking. It's actually a solid song. It's going to grow and grow
her fans are on their way to your house to pick you up and throw you in the Everglades for that opinion.
You can fucking try. I hope you're bulletproof. You better be bulletproof, motherfucker. Because there's a lot of them.
Jesus Christ.
No, America! Bitch, I'm from Florida. Oh, shit.
What would you do? What would you do? Yeah, bitch, I'm from Florida. Yeah, don't piss off the Floridian fans.
No, I'm not from Florida.
They have guns too.
I don't know if they were Florida. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
Are you telling me out of Taylor Swift's like millions and millions of fans that she doesn't have at least one with more guns than you?
No, I'm sure.
Come on.
I'm sure. I mean, Taylor Swift's an elite, She probably has some,
She probably has more guns than you. She'll probably rock up to your house.
No, definitely not.
What did you say?
I think she's no. I've definitely heard some shit. I doubt it, man.
Wait, did you put my song in ick?
I don't know though. Taylor Swift is connected to Jack Antonoff. Jack Antonoff is connected to Kendrick Lamar. So I'm about 2 handshakes away from Compton. So I think I might as well be quiet now. I would like to apologize.
She collaborated with Kendrick Lamar. She's 1 handshake away.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. If I had, right? She's friends with Kendrick Lamar, yes, but like, I'm not gonna say the next statement. I think it was a solid album. I don't think it's my favorite. Or that it's my second favorite, nor do I really know that it's my third favorite. I just know that it's not 1 or 2. I have a solid 1 or 2. I know no matter what, it's not better than Speak Now. Speak Now is my favorite. I don't think it beats Speak Now. It's debatable though. Speak Now just stands out to me. I like I like that style. It's just it's gonna be a hard one to beat.
Speak Now is the one that it's in contention with.
But, yeah. I think that if I gave Midnight's a listen again, after this time, I'm almost sure Midnight's is better from my memory. I remember liking it a lot. And 1989, it's just got fucking banger after banger on it. If you look, there's lows, but there's also just fucking highs. So it's debatable that's better. That's all I've really heard. So over time, we'll definitely let you know. I kind of hate it because I've wanted to go to different Taylor Swift albums in the past, but I just every time my brain goes, listen to this album, I go no, because I'm almost convinced at some point in our YouTube career we should just save it all. They do Taylor Swift reactions on YouTube.
And we will come back to it. Maybe
there will be another rest.
Maybe we'll find a way to scatter more or a different way to compact it so we're not spending a month on it again.
We will.
But
we've gotten to the point where we're ahead, and we're going to continue to get that way. Sorry to ruin the magic.
Given how much loyalty like you guys have shown us through all the Taylor Swift stuff, and not only that, I mean, like we've now got people showing up in Billie Eilish. We've got people showing
Crossing,
up. I saw one in the 21 Pilots reaction, New Music Fridays. So now that like you guys are showing crossover, you guys are showing up for us as well as Taylor Swift. Like the fact that you're showing up for us as well and showing your support means like we're not just gonna say like this is it. We're only gonna touch Taylor Swift when she releases again, guys. No, we will definitely go back to some other old Taylor Swift.
We might rest. I don't think, if I'm being honest, like even if we take some time, like I think occasionally we'll definitely slip one in. Like I really do think that there's like 2 videos we still need to make that I think would be good back to back. We still need to react to the fucking Owl City guys' response to Enchanted, and we still need to react to the All Too Well music video. I know you said you wanted to save that for that album, but we really don't need to, because it's like it's separate from each other, because it was released so long after. It's kind of a little movie, so I feel like it depends. We'll get to what we get to. What we can do, I don't know if we had an idea. I think we did at one point, but as far as I know, if it's a weird time to say this, if you guys actually have the next album in mind, I don't know when it would be. It might be a month, might be 2, might be a week, 2 weeks.
Red.
I don't know.
It'll
be in a little while.
It's not even questionable.
Is it going to be Red?
I've seen our suggestions.
Okay. Right,
of
cool.
Red was a close follow up to. It was Speak Now and Red were the 2 people wanted to see after 1989. So.
All right, well, let us know down below anyway,
like
in case it is somehow changed. Let us know, but it'll most likely be Red then. Isn't All Too Well on Red?
Yes, so we'd get around to it anyway.
Cool, we'll probably end up doing that. But let us know unless there's like fucking 15 people saying no, you need to do this one. Maybe we'll take it in order.
I think we'll do the next Taylor Swift. Like it'll definitely be at least a couple months off, like because. We've got a lot of other albums.
And this is a lot of... Understand, though, pay attention,
so,
guys. This is an important detail. In your brain, you might be going, like, what? Months? But, like, pay attention, like, this album was 30 days. This album was literally a month of our year YouTube posts. We post daily. So, this album was literally a month. More. It was 32. 32. It was more than a month of our videos this year was just this album. So, it's like... You know, it took up a lot. It was like 3 albums worth. Like 2 albums, 3 albums worth average. We have like 3 albums I know we're getting to first, so it's going to be a minute. Not long, though.
Hell, we're in the middle of a Billie Eilish one right now. In fact, shout out to J Ray for commenting in the middle of us making this. That's
shout out.
Insanity what is she commenting on? In terms of timing. The lunch reaction. That's what I mean by this. Like, no, J Ray's showing up for the Billie Eilish as well as goated.
Yeah. Also, by the way, we're loving that album.
By the way, I just want to point out, J Ray, if you're wondering why we don't shout you out or thank you in any of the Billie Eilish, it's because A, we didn't know you were going there, and B, we recorded all 10 in a night.
Yeah. and we're starting to do that. We're getting so far ahead that we're able to like sit down and enjoy an album in one sitting, but like and like
you
not
probably
be
won't see this for 2
it.
more weeks. You may not see this for 2 weeks.
No, they will. They'll see it. Unless there's some issue we don't know about, but they should be able to see it. It should be coming out soon. It's kind of hard though. We're still rolling an album. Can we give a hint to the next album we're doing? We know what it is, right? We both agree.
It's 21 Pilots.
It's 21 Pilots. Yeah, the next album's gonna be 21 Pilots. And also we have the whether it's out or not out, the Guts and Guts Deluxe tier list is coming out or is out. Soon after that, I'm sure will be the Billie Eilish Hit Me Hard and Soft. The rest of the album as well as a tier list within the next month. And then every album we do, we're going to have a tier list. So if you like these videos, make sure you like them. And leave a comment down below that you want us to keep doing it. Subscribe so you don't miss them. And yeah, let us know your tier list. Do either make your own tier list or whatever, but send the link of like if you click save image or copy the link, like whenever you have your your tier list. Send it down below. We'd love to look at them. If we get enough of them, we might even make like a short or a video looking at them. Maybe we'll do something like that. If there's enough, there'd have to be like multiple, but we'll leave a comment either way and let you know what we thought. But we appreciate you doing that. And if Dylan, if you don't have anything else to say, then this is where you say goodbye.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, make our own music. It's in the description.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Shameless plug. Also, we will also put the
It's not
playlist
32
link
songs
down
long.
there as well.
There's not 32.
We will put the playlist link down there. Not the playlist link. The tier list link in case you guys want to make your own tier lists. As I said earlier in the video, you may have missed that. Just drop a link to an image or whatever of your finished tier list in the comments or whatever, and if enough of you, and again, we already said in another one that if enough of you send them back, which we actually got no tier list sent back for the first two, oof. But if we do get any back for this one, then we will definitely bring it up in the next Taylor Swift reaction.
Also, a little quick helper for those who have never used Tier List Maker. Some people may not. If you want to fuck with your own stuff, you just gotta click on it and change it a little bit, and then if you want to add more or less, you just mess with all this stuff up here, with the colors, names, and add more or less. I just want to give that help in case anybody doesn't know and they want to change it and they just don't know how to do it. I didn't do it in the last one, and I should have. But definitely send them. We genuinely, when I say send them, I don't mean I'm not trying to just get you. I really actually do want to see you guys really badly want to see other people's and our viewers' rankings. So
especially because me and Zach get to laugh at each other if you guys agree with one of us more.
I want to here's the vow. If somebody has Florida in Matt Healy's bum or the worst song, we have to make a short about it or something. There's no way we can. It's just got to be you fucking raging and breaking shit. It's got to be something, bro. Or if someone someone's gonna post a short and tag us down below, fucking add us on fucking some sort of social media and it's just gonna be a fucking hate letter to me for not liking the song. I already said it's gonna go up. Don't get mad at me, guys. I said it's gonna jump up. It's just gonna be right now.
Look, if you really disagree with Zach or whatever, please go in the comments and just write a letter almost. Be
same thing.
Dear Zach.
And do the same thing to
I have watched your tier list I've watched your tier list for the Tortured Poets department.
Yeah. Okay.
You rated the song. blah, 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 blah. You figure it out.
You know what to do. You guys got this. You could say that, maybe send a little poetry in honor of Taylor, about why my opinion's wrong or his opinion's wrong. Either way, we appreciate you being here. Dylan, I think this is where you say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, fellers!